I think that's a part of leadership, is to have some of the guys that have gone before that have been disappointed to share it with everybody involved. For me, it's a reminder. I, too, have been here 23 years. And it is a reminder. I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so having said that, I want me some glory hole. So I have that perspective.
This is absolutely lit. This is lit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. And the name of this program has never been more appropriate than now. Everybody's dying. Looks like the booster shots are finally starting to work or something. Ladies and gentlemen, was Hulk Hogan on the Epstein list, or did he have the Epstein list? Or was it Ozzy? Were both of them on the list? All of these questions will go unanswered in this stream tonight. So I hope you're not here looking for any of that stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, it's with a heavy heart that I tell you guys, and you know what? It's there's two sides to this coin. In a way, it's fucked up. I am sad. Guys, I might make a few jokes and still try to have fun for this stream. I hope you guys don't mind. I mean, guys, there's going to be, in my life, there's going to be plenty of people that when they die, I'm going to be so fucking sad that I'm probably uncontrollably just miserable. And I've been through that, okay? I have been through that. I had a friend just a couple of years ago that died from a fentanyl overdose, and it was in some coke. I don't hang out with many people that do cocaine. But anyway, I was a mess. So I get it. But you know what? If I decide to have a few laughs tonight, don't fucking hate me, okay? You want to cry about it the whole time, there's plenty of places you can go watch whatever. I mean, this is Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. We generally here, we are unleashed, okay? Feeling like a freak off a leash. That's us here at Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. Wherever you're at, get in the chat. Tonight we are on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I'll be with the chat in a moment, but yeah, I was finishing my little intro here. So guys, it's fucked up. I don't want, I was joking a little bit. We did a stream. When was it? This was one time. Go look back at the stream where is Hogan dying or is Bubba lying? This was the title of one of my streams. This was a week ago or something. And, I was defending Bubba pretty much the whole time, and not even not trying that hard to just side with Bubba. I mean, I was honestly looking at all the facts. And for those that don't know, I'm talking about Bubba the Love Sponge. I mean, if you know who Hogan is and you care about Hogan's death, you probably are familiar with who Bubba is. So anyway, but Bubba has been leaking a bit of information about Hulk Hogan's state of health for the last, what has it been, a month and a half or something? Or a month? So it's been at least a month that Hogan's kind of been MIA, and it wasn't until Bubba started talking about, hey guys, Hulk Hogan is in the hospital and it does not look good. And I remember when this information first came out, when Bubba first talked about this, and I was like, what the fuck? Even me, for a minute, I was like, what is Bubba going off about now? Guys, if you're a listener of the Bubba Show, we hear him talk about, he brings up Hogan here and there. They were really, really close for many years. And, he comes up. let's just say Bubba mentions Hogan here and there. There may even be a documentary coming out. It also may not be. We don't know. We never know. Bubba keeps us in a constant state of confusion as fans and uncertainty. So, but supposedly there's a documentary coming out. Anyway, Bubba got a lot of flack for reporting on all this. Mainly, it was people saying that he's full of shit and whatever. And like I said, even the first day I heard about this shit, I was like, man, I don't know. Why should anyone think, but why is Bubba talking? Is he really, for even me for a minute, I was like, is Bubba actually just like, saying something controversial about Hogan, maybe even blowing something out of proportion a little bit, just so he can get a few clicks off of Hogan. Hogan's got his beer stuff going, his wrestling, whatever, the amateur, or not amateur, but it was like whatever the real wrestling shit Hogan was doing, struggling to sell tickets for. I was thinking maybe Bubba is actually piggybacking and just trying to get some clicks off of Hogan. I really don't know. I was just like, everybody else was saying it was bullshit. But then the day that I did this stream where we said, is Bubba lying or is Hogan dying? I just honestly, I had to do that stream because after Bubba was talking about this for like a week or two, I was really like, damn, I think Bubba's right. Bubba actually might be right about this. And then number one, it seemed like a lot of what Bubba was saying was matching up with what we'd see in reality. The fact that we're not seeing anything new from Hogan on social media. It's all fucking old pictures and videos of him and stuff like that. Things seem a little hush-hush. And then on top of that, I don't think anybody knew that Hogan was even in the hospital before Bubba said something. Once Bubba talked about this, I could be wrong a little bit about the timeline, but I didn't think, I think Hogan's reps admitted that he was having neck and back surgery only after Bubba mentioned that Hogan was in the hospital and that his team is like hiding that information. Anyway, yeah, dude. So Bubba's gotten a lot of flack for talking about this at all. And then number two, just people saying that he has no credibility and, this is a pro wrestling gimmick. Bubba's just, Bubba's working an angle, whatever the fuck. And, so tonight or today, it's a double-sided blade here. On the one hand, we're mourning the fact that Hogan's gone, and I feel terrible for Bubba. I really do. And I always hoped for Bubba that he and Hogan would be able to mend the fences and fix things, at least, be on a, speaking terms, I guess. Maybe they wouldn't ever be best friends again, but at least that they would be able to socialize a little bit and, settle their differences and talk out, all of the bullshit that the two of them have been through in the last however many, what has it been, fucking 5 some years? I don't remember when the sex tape shit happened, but anyway. So yeah, it's sad that Bubba, I feel terrible for Bubba. And even, Hulk Hogan, it's not like I'm the biggest Hulkamaniac. I never really followed Hogan or something, but it's sad to see somebody who was a cultural icon through my time growing up. For sure, my generation, everybody knows who the fuck Hulk Hogan is. And so it's very sad. It's sad to see icons from my generation, and Ozzy was really a little also before my time. He's multi-generational cultural icon, but it's sad to see these people go. It's like it's like seeing sand go through your fucking hand on the beach or something, and your whole past is like, that's what it feels like. Everything's changing around us, and the world is becoming unrecognizable. We're losing cultural figures that really give the human race the sort of personality and range that it has. So it's very sad to see. But, on the other hand, guys, you know what? I'm happy a little bit for Bubba as well, being fucking vindicated. And this gives, and I'm sure Bubba won't even get half, even a fucking, minute portion of the credit or credibility for having been right and reporting on this probably correctly the whole time. But I'm happy that Bubba is vindicated now. And I just the whole time I was like, there's no reason Bubba's already sort of like on an upswing to I'll be with you guys in a minute, chat. Hold on, let me get over there. But I just didn't see any reason for Bubba to go out of his way to make something up like this or to exaggerate the facts to an egregious extent. But yeah, guys, let's get into it. We got a bunch of different things to. I saved a bunch of different clips for us to go through, and I was thinking maybe let me check the chat. If Holyoke Joe is in the chat tonight, if he's watching, I can message him. I'll message him if he's not in here. But I would love for Holyoke Joe to call in on the Instagram, and I'll talk to him for a minute. Motherfucker has a tattoo of Hulk Hogan across his fucking, across his back. It's nearly a life-size tattoo of Hulk Hogan. Holyoke Joe has a big back. But we might take a call from Holyoke Joe if he's interested. If not, that's cool. I was also thinking, Joe, if you are in here, maybe send me the clip of you in the ring with Hogan, or do you have a link that I could get to that, and I'll play that, because I'm sure Holyoke Joe isn't feeling the best about this either. Let me get to the chat. Now, you got Fat Pigs in here first, of course, like always. I normally go through this whole ritual of tantalizing you guys, telling you about the incentives with the free prostate milkings for being first in chat. And we have a whole thing we go through, and let's just come on. Fat Pig's got the free prostate milking again. He's got so many free prostate milking coupons. It's like currency. Let's get on to the Hogan stuff. White Iced Tea, welcome. Brian from Philly. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry I'm not dressed as Hulk Hogan right now. I thought about it. I almost went to Party City to get a boa and a fucking. I probably have a bandana around here somewhere, but yeah, I thought about it. I figured referee shirt would be good enough. Fucking White Iced Tea. Thanks for joining us. Michael Earl up in here. Bob Cook. Oh, and by the way, this is still the Brian from Philly studios and Keith Yager studios as well. But Brian from Philly threw me a fucking 100 on the goddamn Venmo. When was it? Yesterday or the day before? I'm so humbled, sir. Thank you so fucking much, man. Wait, did I say Bob Cook? Yeah, Bob Cook's up in here. Bob Cook's sexy ass. Promo code Lummy's sexy ass. Holy shit, brother. Yeah, I know. Fucking guys, I can't believe it happened. I was praying that man, and it was like I didn't want Hogan to. I joked about wanting Hogan dead because he's just using the Republican Party to sell beer. That was a joke. I mean, I'm just, I'm not that much of a piece of shit. I was just fucking joking just to be able to point out that I think maybe Hogan was kind of working the Republican Party to sell beer. That's none of my business. Thomas Gilson's in here. Welcome. Dutch Duke. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the presence of royalty, nobility. It's Double D himself, Dutch Duke. Berto Perez. What's up, bro? Brother. Berto Perez, brother, DMS. What is that emoji? Oh. Yeah, guys, if you get in here, could you hit the like button for me? I'm over here slutting it up nightly. Just absolutely slutting it up for free. if all you could do is hit the like button, that would be wonderful. Fuck. Oh, Airtight. What's up, Airtight? Is this the same Airtight from Bubba's World? Airtight ski pole? I wonder if Iron Sheik ever got to fuck Hogan in the ass. I doubt it. Something tells me probably not. Wasn't Iron Sheik, was he one of the guys that could suck his own deal? I used to be able to do that. I mean, maybe I still can. I haven't tried in a long time. Scott Starboard's in here. What's up, Scott Starboard? Welcome, welcome. Really, I didn't doubt him at all. Well, towards by the time I did the stream talking about, the is Hogan dying, Bubba lying, that deal. By the time I did that stream, I was like pretty much, I would have bet. I even think I said something about this that night, that I would have bet enough money to hurt me if I lost it. That Bubba was close to the truth, if not dead on. Bubba was right all along. So that's what it seems like. There's a chance he was wrong about some little details or something, but for the most part, Bubba has been a beacon of truth, a beacon of light in this whole thing. He's been trying to tell everybody, hey, guys, might want to, you guys might want to consider what a world without Hogan would be like, because that might be the world we're living in soon. Oh, I almost puked a little. Dude, it's crazy, man. I'm telling you, one of the reasons I wanted to do that stream about Bubba and Hogan was because I went to the comments section on some fucking place on, I don't remember what outlet, but some media outlet that did a piece that I saw the article come up on Facebook somewhere, and I saw people in the comments just like, Bubba's full of shit, Bubba this, Bubba that, oh, this is bullshit, da-da-da, and I'm just like, none of these fucking people know anything. What, like, how do all of these people think that number one, these people, there's no way 99.9 infinity% of these people know anywhere near what Bubba would possibly know about the state of health of Hulk Hogan at this very moment. And they're all just so sure that it's bullshit. I mean, I bet all of you fucking people feel really stupid. Everybody wanted to jump to conclusions. People think they know shit about Bubba the Love Sponge. They don't. Everybody thinks they know about the sex tape thing. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's crazy. Maybe, you know what? And this might be good for Bubba, because Bubba got a lot of bad press and a lot of negative publicity with people talking about him, saying this was bullshit. I bet those fucking people feel really fucking stupid. And I hope Bubba gets a well-deserved, like, a bump and, recognition for being right on this. And maybe some people will pay attention when Bubba's trying to fucking speak the truth on something. Where are we at? Oh, Junior Coltrane's up in here. What's up, Junior Coltrane? He's always in here stirring up trouble. Has anyone seen Holyoke Joe in here? I don't see him. You guys know all the inside stuff. When I see Hogan, it just brings me back to my childhood. Yeah, dude. Same with me. I mean, like I said, I was never a big fan of Hulk Hogan. I did like wrestling. I told you guys, wrestling, some people think it makes you gay. It's just a coincidence that I'm gay and I liked wrestling. But I will say, wrestling didn't make me gay, but wrestling made me realize that I was gay. Because when me and my friends would like wrestle I couldn't do the tombstone without getting a boner, and it was weird. It was like a paradigm shift for me. Oh, Patty over on the Facebook. Patty Bradbury Bates, welcome. Bubba must be a mess. Dude, you know what? I feel so bad. I feel so fucking bad for Bubba, man. I had so much. I was hoping that Bubba was. I was hoping that he was wrong enough about this that Hogan would still be alive and have mental faculties. I'll put it that way. But Bubba would be right enough about it that Hogan would end up verifying, oh, yeah, Bubba was right the whole time. I was in bad shape for a minute, and in the hospital. I couldn't even speak or move or whatever, and they wanted to take a video for me for the Instagram, and I looked so fucked up that we decided not to release it, and da-da-da-da-da. And but I got better, and the Hulk Hulk is back, da-da-da-da-da. Hulkamania running wild. So I was hoping somehow Bubba could be vindicated through this, but also not lose the opportunity to rebuild the bridge back with his best friend from the past. So I feel so fucking bad. I really do. Let's get dark, brother. We have no choice tonight. We're in the dark. Gene Lasker, Hogan died. How about that? Dude, that's fucked up. Oh, man. Gene Lasker is going to be in tomorrow. I don't think this is the real Gene Lasker. But I am actually friends with Gene Lasker on Facebook. Where are we at? Chris Adams, rest in peace, brother. Yeah. Rest in peace. Hogan's doing leg drops on Ozzy up in heaven right now. Or on the Macho Man. Oh, yeah. Macho Man and Hogan are splitting a Slim Jim right now in heaven. Yinzer in Florida. What's up? How's it going? Welcome. Kevin Gable. Am I way behind in the chat? No, I'm not. We're almost caught up. Okay. Good evening. What the fuck? Really? Hulk did testify in court that homosexuality was a huge thing in wrestling. Google it. I'll just never forget. I'll never forget Hogan. Bubba played the clip of Hogan talking about the Strictly Dickly. I'll never forget that line. Till the day I die, I'll be on my deathbed like Hogan was for weeks or almost a month without disclosing it to his fans. I'll be on my deathbed and I'll be thinking in my head, remember when Hulk Hogan, brother, when he said he was starting to get into the Hollywood shit and this producer tried to get him to do gay stuff, and he said, I'm not into that Strictly Dickly, which I've never. What a preposterous thing a preposterous phrase to use to refer to homosexuality as Strictly Dickly. That's weird. I've never heard someone refer to gay stuff as Strictly Dickly. And I've been around the cock block. Let me tell you. Jeff Cron's in here. What's up? Welcome. All right. So, yeah, guys, we got a few things to go through. So, you know what? Let's get this out of the way. Bro, people posted this is Hogan supposedly getting taken out of his house on a stretcher today. I couldn't fucking believe it. So whoever's running Bubba's Twitter tweeted something. Hold on, guys. Let's go to air. Let me get you guys on this tab with me. Look at, oh my God, guys, I didn't even plan to, Bubba's was the first tweet on my goddamn feed when I went to Twitter. I didn't even plan this. Here we are. People, I was just talking about how people don't know what the fuck happened with the goddamn sex tape. And people have this like, I get it. Bubba's not a perfect person, but people have unwarranted hate towards him. Some fucking idiot, Jimmy Morgan, dumb fuck Morgan. Isn't Bubba the one that leaked the video? This is Bubba retweeting with a response. No, I didn't. Mr. Mike Calta did. Let me see if I'm still blocked by Mike Calta. Uh-oh. Looks like I'm blocked. Not missing anything. Truly not missing anything. This is the guy, supposedly, allegedly, this is the guy that leaked the Hogan sex tape, or he was involved in a scheme to leak the Hogan sex tape. This fucking disgusting, mole-ridden, Tony Soprano wannabe dark match Soprano fucking turd nugget right there. But at least Hogan got a few million to play with for his last few years of life. Got a few cool millions out of it. How about that? All right, we got to be careful. I don't even want to go back to my feed. Let me get back. Oh wait, no, this is Bubba's page. I can let you guys see this. I got to be careful with Twitter, guys, because there's just tits and ass everywhere on here. Some fucking final boss engaged. Our institutions were right. Guys like Jimmy Hart and Eric Bischoff were bold-faced lying. Institutions? Hold on. What is this guy replying to? This person doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about, because every fucking media outlet said Bubba was lying. This guy's a fucking idiot. Jimmy Hart and Bischoff lied, and I was the only person telling the truth. That's very true. We'll come back to this. I'll show you guys the video real quick. Y'all might not want to see it. This is one of Hogan's neighbors showing them taking him out on a stretcher, dude. This is so fucking sad. Hey, if you don't want to see this, just look away. I mean, it's going around on Twitter. I'm going to fucking report on it. Sorry. I know there's some people that'll think whatever about that. Guys, for real, whenever I die, you have complete permission from me to parade my body around however you want. I don't care. I'm dead at that point. If I die, please retweet pictures of my body. I want that. Could you tell that that's him? That's heavy, man. They're doing compressions on him. That's fucked up. This is Hogan right here, guys. That's fucked up, man. That's so sad. You know, and I want to say it's probably good that he was home with his family when this happened or whatever, but dude, who the fuck knows? If Hogan was at the hospital still, maybe they could have saved him. I'm texting Holyoke Joe, guys. Give me here. I'll play this.
What is it? Just send me a text, whatever it is, man.
Damn, dude. That's heavy. Look at how small the street is for I don't know what neighborhood this is. Where's Hogan living? I know some of you Bubba Army guys in the chat definitely know where Hogan was living. Erwin Fletcher, what's up? What's up? Welcome. Dark Match Bubba Army. Hell yeah. Bubba Army in here tonight. What's up, guys? Oh, Rainey. What's up, Rainey? You're lucky you're not banned right now. Rainey's not allowed to call in for... She's on restriction. I don't know. She made a complete fool out of me. Clearwater Beach? Bel Air? Yeah, I don't fucking know. Like 8 guys carrying him out. Dude, I was almost thinking, I don't know. I mean, 8 guys, that it almost seemed like they were trying to hide him. Am I crazy? Do we need to do I need to replay this? You don't even get one glimpse of Hogan in this whole thing. I'm not trying to start some conspiracy here, but they are definitely trying to hide the body. I get that the motherfucker is like nearly 7 foot tall and heavy as fuck, probably. But they're probably hiding his body. I mean, that's what it looks like. You don't even see him at all. This could be a fucking video of someone completely different, in fact.
What is it? Just send me a text, whatever it is, man.
Man, that's fucking crazy. Holyoke Joe's in the chat. You son of a bitch. Holyoke Joe said, y'all a bunch of know-nothings pontificating like you know everything. Who? Are you guys? Are you talking about the chat? Or about you all as in me, as the host as well? Bro, I haven't said one thing. What have I said that's out of line or wrong? Unless I was joking or something. I don't know what I've said jokingly so far, but anything that I've presented as fact or something. Joe, I've already said multiple times, you're probably just getting here, but I'd love for you to call in if you want to set some facts straight, and or I'd like to see the video of you in the ring. I know I've played the video of you in the ring with Hogan when you showed off your back tattoo of Hulk Hogan. If you want to send me that link on the gram or somewhere, I'll pull that up for sure. DMS, he's been dead since Saturday, and they just made it look like he died today. Bro, you know what? I was joking about that, but guys, a lot of the time when you make jokes, it's like you're kind of putting it out there into the world that, yeah, it's a funny joke, but how about that being a possibility? Okay, I said that before, that I was like, oh, dude, Hogan's already dead, and they're pretending, whatever. They're fucking moving money around, fucking getting rid of assets before they're completely useless because Hogan's dead or something. I don't know. They're doing something fishy's going on. But yeah, who the fuck? No, probably not. It looks like right there, it looks like they're trying to revive him. So I don't know if they'd really do that whole act on a body that's cold and rotting. Maybe. Kevin Gable's saying, bro, the cops are fucking bored. Yeah, all those cops showed up because it's just a famous person. Bro, you know what? I hate to even think like that. Junior Coltrane said a death photo of Hulk would probably get like 10K from those TMZ slime balls. Dude, with this person that recorded this video of Hulk's body, that's what I was thinking. I was like, if you're going to be the person cold enough, and I get it, guys, I would be conflicted. But if you're going to be the person that you're going to record Hulk Hogan getting wheeled out on a stretcher, dead on a gurney from his house, be the person that runs up and gets a close-up shot and doesn't care if you catch a charge, because that is money right there. This clip of him getting wheeled out from his house is probably going to have 1 billion views. What if this person got, a glimpse of his face or what he's wearing or something? You cannot tell who the fuck is on that gurney in this video. Might even be Nick Hogan. He's just really drunk, so they had to hospitalize him. Who are you talking to? Kevin Gable, choke on dark match, Steve's cock, Julio Jones, UPOS. Is there someone talking shit on Facebook and I can't see them on my feed for some reason? I don't know what's going on Facebook. Anyway. Yeah, let's get to the next fucking video. I had a few pulled up here. I know Ric Flair got interviewed by TMZ and apparently he got pretty emotional. I guess we can pull that one up. Let me drop this. I got to be careful with Twitter because I got tits and ass, cocks and balls. I'd love to show you guys all that stuff right now, but I'd be in trouble. You're in trouble. Bro, this is so this is a tweet. Somebody's talking, Jimmy Van talking about Hogan getting ran ragged, that his people close to him were pissed off that his team was overworking him. This is him going on this. I don't know what fucking Logan Paul. I don't know what is it. Impulsive? Yeah, that's what it is. This fucking idiot.
No, I know. I got.
And look at this. When I saved this video, just look. It's obnoxious. I get I get you have the Real American beer, and he's got a couple primes here, and look, I got a bunch of primes over here. If I want to grab a prime drink and just drink it whenever I want, I can just drink it right here. It's next to me for the podcast. But then what you notice is that he's got random prime drinks just placed throughout the house like they're fucking scented candles or something. It's the most obnoxious shit I've ever seen. Prime looks fucking disgusting. There's no way that I would drink any beverage that this man had any part in.
This is you. Headphones are optional.
Oh, really?
I'll
Yeah.
recommend them, but I won't recommend anything to you, sir. You can just do anything you want to. In trouble if you do.
No, I know. I got him off the streets of
I'm
Connecticut.
sitting there half asleep last night. He walks by, goes, 11 o'clock tomorrow. I was like,
Him?
yeah, this one right here. So get your ass back over here.
Yo, what?
I did.
That
You're
was
his
funny.
handler.
That's what I said.
My wife goes, who's that? I said, I don't really know.
He goes,
Some mark, brother. Yeah, so hold on. This tweet says, people close to Hulk told me that they weren't very happy that his management team was running him into the ground, promoting his beer brand over the last year. Here's a clip from Logan Paul's podcast last summer talking about the grind and lack of sleep. So here we go, guys.
Optional.
Oh, really?
I'll
Yeah.
recommend them.
Let me get back through where we were. Yeah, Hogan looks fucking tired right here.
Funny.
That's what I said.
My wife goes, who's that? I said, I don't really know.
He goes, 11 o'clock. I'm not going nowhere at 11 o'clock.
That's Mike Malak, but
Well,
you
that
call him.
depends on what time we get to bed, man.
That's
Oh,
right.
Are you comfortable? This pillow behind you? You want me to move that? Are you good?
yeah, grab that thing out of there, bro. Oh, there you go. Oh, thank you.
This feels.
Did you go to bed last
Yeah,
night?
I laid down about 3:30.
Dude.
3:30. Motherfuckers going to sleep at 3:30. Grinding so that these two fucking idiots can talk to him. Fuck me. Was that worth your life? So you can talk to Logan Paul and whoever this fucking retard is with the chin strap deal? Is that worth your life?
Move that? Are you good?
Yeah, grab that thing out of there, bro. Oh, there you go. Oh, thank you.
This feels.
Did you go to bed last
Yeah,
night?
I laid down about 3:30.
Dude.
That's what I say was me.
Yeah, but
Yeah, we've been running, man. I think. Bo, where the hell were we? Ozarks?
Yeah, from the convention to Lake of the Ozarks to
Yeah, I think the first
Hogan doesn't know where he was. He doesn't know where he is.
night we had like 2 hours sleep.
You're just not
This
sleeping.
is my wife,
2 hours sleep.
Sky. I don't know if you guys met.
Yes, Sky.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's his wife, Sky, the Scientologist, which probably didn't complicate anything at all in terms of Hogan's death.
I'm sorry.
do you
I'm just now
need
waking
sleep?
up.
Hulk, do you need sleep?
Oh, God, yeah, bro. If I don't, man, my
Do you need sleep? Hulk Hogan, are you a human being? Do you need sleep? Do you eat food? Do you drink water? These are the tough, hard-hitting questions that everyone's been wanting to ask Hulk Hogan coming from this dumb retard.
back and everything.
I start bleeding.
Do you need sleep?
Yeah. No, I've had like in the last. Are we going? Are we rolling?
Yeah. We're starting.
Yeah.
You guys tell me when.
No, it's real casual stuff. This
Yeah,
ain't
no.
Tuck. This ain't Tucker Carlson,
Ah,
to say the least.
no, I've had like 25 surgeries in the last 10 years.
That's a.
Yeah, 10 back surgeries. Nobody told me that gimmick, this stuff was fake, man. No, but before, 10 back surgeries, both knees, both hips replaced, shoulders, everything.
Yeah, that last surgery was the straw that broke the camel's already broken back. Beach Metal, what's up? What's up? Dark Matt Skeeb scooped the Bubba the Love Sponge show. Say it. Scooped. What do you mean? I saw Bubba doesn't have his. Yeah, if you are watching this right now, if you're a nighttime podcast stream enjoyer, watcher, whatever. Oh, well, please subscribe to my channel. I was just going to promote Bubba's channel, but let me first promote mine. Please subscribe to my channel. I cover all kinds of fucking topics on here. I'm very friendly to reading the fucking chat and, debating people too. I have sometimes my chat people call in through the gram and debate and whatever. And, whatever. The chat is often very sexy. So get in there and get sexual with it. I mean that in a platonic way, Get metaphorically sexual in the chat. Get frisky in there, guys. I got everybody, the chat, wherever, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. That's where we're on tonight. And I got all the chat in one spot here. I got you all together so I can see. Oh, Sniz is in here. Sniz looks Sliz there. What's up? Welcome, buddy. Bubba was right. Yes, he was. Dude, that's what I was at, Sniz, but it sucks, man. I feel, in a way, I feel happy for Bubba that he got vindicated, but I just, of course, I feel fucking terrible for him because this is, it sucks so bad for him. 21 leg drop salute in order, cousin. I wonder if Bubba's going to honk the train horn tomorrow. This is recent? No, when is this? I think they said this was, how long ago was this? Well, yeah, this is from today, tweeted, but I don't know. Here, let me drop that real quick to get to the next thing. Like I said, I can't trust Twitter to not show a pair of titties up here, so I got to be careful going from thing to thing. This is Hogan practicing his RNC speech.
Illegals, is that the right word?
Illegals, is that the right word? Let's watch Hulk Hogan's staff train him to be a Republican. Let's watch this happen. Am I supposed to say dirty, filthy illegals? Or do I call them illegal border hoppers? Do I pretend they're not human? How do I say it?
What's the word on it? Illegals, is that the right word?
What's the right word?
Illegal aliens.
Illegal
aliens.
Maybe I won't say it. As I watch all of my real Americans and the crime rate soar, instead of just saying that, because they defunded the police and everything, I don't want to go the illegal thing. Crime rate soar. The one thing that put me over the edge, brother.
This motherfucker he's working an angle back here with his staff. Brother, I'm gonna tell him I hate these filthy illegal immigrants, brother. I'll throw in a brother. His whole team's like, yeah, give him a brother, Hulk.
Our hero, when I saw our gladiator, when I saw our champion put his family, his business, his career, and then finally when his life was on the line.
FaZe Cops, welcome. Be careful. This could be your last stream. You know what? FaZe Cops, that is a very good point. I go into it every night like it could be my last stream. That's why I don't like to hold back and pull punches and say, I'm not going to make that joke tonight. We're taking a night off from jokes. We're never taking a night off, except for Saturday and Sunday. Well, weeknights, we are on here slutting it up.
And I saw them try to take him out. My whole world changed when I saw my hero and my gladiator stand up with a fist and a face full of blood. It was time for Hulk Hogan to not be silent anymore. And,
Oh, yeah.
And
I'm fired up already.
I went, and,
See, this was the problem, guys, and no offense to Hulk, but he had a staff full of people that were just like, they sound like marks. And look, I guess if Hogan didn't die, the whole beer thing and everything, it's a good idea. He was selling fucking beer. Do I think it was like just a little bit of a cheap political move to fucking milk the Republican Party of their money and get them drunk at the same time? Do I think that that's a little like, do I think Hulk Hogan is really that fired up about Trump? No. I think Hogan is just selling beer. And as a business move, fuck it. If that's what you're doing, then just, fuck it. But this is cringe. And no one on his staff, I'm sure no one told him, hey, Hogan, that speech you gave, let me tell you, it was powerful because it was so corny. I was dying cringing. That's how powerful it was. But let me tell you, fucking American citizens who are probably on average double-digit IQ will eat that up. And by eat that up, I mean drink that up. And by drink that up, I mean your shitty beer.
But I mean, when I go, I don't know exactly what I'm going to say.
I've never tried it. It might be good. I don't know.
I go crazy. But what's going to happen is once I saw his history, I got mad. I'm going to take the jacket off. I will take this shirt, and as I rip this shirt off, I've got a Trump shirt underneath it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Let's go.
From this point on, I'm silent no more. I'm a Trumpite, just like the rest of you guys. That's your official name, Trumpites. And by the way, before I get real serious about what's going on here, I've got a cure for Trump derangement syndrome, and that cure is Trumpamania, run and walk.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hit him with seconds, and then when I hit that Trumpamania, run away, then I'm going to the cop.
Okay.
As an entertainer, I'm Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
As an entertainer, I'm Hulk Hogan, but now tonight I'm Terry Bollea, and then I'll go with the prompter.
Oh, that's incredible.
Okay. And then as I roll with the prompter, I haven't read it, so whatever it says. Can you roll it to the last?
All of his team here, they're a bunch of fucking marks. You can tell they all have goosebumps. Tina's in here. Welcome, welcome. This is a lesson us when we age. Relax a bit. Hogan was just grinding till the very end. No downtime. Yeah, it kind of seems like it. I'd love to get a good conspiracy started on here, but this is literally probably Hulk Hogan overworking himself. Steve, did you have Bubba's wife too? No, unfortunately, I'm a gay faggot, so I don't fuck women. If Bubba had a boyfriend, I'd fuck him. But welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us, Gordon Shumway. Welcome, welcome. Ariel Helwani mentioned Bubba on his show today, credited him with breaking the story. You know what? Well, I don't know. This is the first time I'm hearing this name, unless it's spelled wrong and I'm just completely not recognizing it. I don't think I'm familiar with this name. Ariel Helwani. But whoever this is knows what the fuck they're talking about. And that's good. I'm happy Bubba is getting credited. He deserves it. And it's fucked up, man. It sucks that people were ragging on Bubba this whole time, saying, "Oh, you're just trying to get publicity off Hogan because Hogan's in a good spot. He's in with the Republicans. He's basically part of Trump's cabinet now. He's in the fucking he's the brewer in chief." Hogan is officially part of Trump's cabinet, and so Bubba's just trying to bite off of that. Meanwhile, this whole time, Bubba has been, with a heavy heart, bringing us the real truth about Hogan, and practically no one, guys, who else besides the Bubba army was listening to Bubba and knew he was right? I get it, how it would be hard to think that if you have this image of Bubba in your head, but part of that image people have of Bubba the Love Sponge is just completely contorted, like it's in a fucking funhouse mirror due to the fucking media and everybody else and being blackballed and everything. Bubba is already on an upswing. He's got his own shit going on. He doesn't need to try to go viral with a couple clips talking shit about Hulk Hogan. It's just so I know people might not realize that, but he's in a better place than having to do that. Trying to get down through the chat. Tina, it's great to see you up in the chat. I miss you when you're not in here. Beach Metal said, I'm guessing there won't be a Suburban Commando 2. I guess not. Well, they can do it now with AI. I sent this. Oh, you sent the clip to IG. Okay. I'll play that, Joe. I'll get to that. I promise. Let's pull up. Let me get Ric Flair because that has been going around and it's sad. If you guys are ready to, if you guys want to cry a little bit, I'll pull that up for us. Javi, well, I've said brother about fucking 15 too many times already this week, brother. This stream. Where did I save that? Fuck. That's not it. Wait, is that it? Dude, what the fuck? One of the things I saved got deleted. Something's going on. Okay, let me I can find it again.
Well,
here, let me get you guys back up here. Flair spoke from the heart. Don't get it twisted. No, I'm not getting anything twisted, I don't think. Beach Metal Detective, Snizzook Slizair. If you read this chat, he's saying hello to you, sir. He told me to tell you what's up, kid, but I'll just show you the chat and tell you. Thanks for hanging with us, Beach Metal. Seth's used OJ container. I think that's a new name in here. Welcome. Bubba's gonna have a heyday tomorrow. You know what? It's fucked up, but my first thought was like, my first thought was literally like, oh, Bubba's gonna be able to say he was right tomorrow. Bubba's gonna be able to. He's gonna be able to have bragging rights. And then I stopped myself and I was like, wait, this is probably really such a sad time for Bubba. He's not even going to be able to like enjoy the vindication. It fucking sucks, man. Oh, by the way, Sniz, here's me a Beach Metal. What up, Snooky? Bubba's going to come in crying. Dude, I don't blame him. Oh, Nug, welcome, bro. Thanks for joining us. Dude, if Bubba's asleep now, I hope he's not crying right now. I hope he's getting some sleep. Double up on the Rattler and get your ass to sleep. All right, let's take a look at this Ric Flair video. This is TMZ interviewing Flair. Now, I had the pleasure of I actually drank, God, what was the name of that place? I went out for a friend's birthday and we saw Ric Flair at this bar that he goes to a lot. It's like a restaurant bar thing. I forget what the name of it is, but I got a picture with him there. My whole group of friends, we all saw him over there doing his thing. And when we got up to leave, he was standing up like not too far from the door, but I don't think he was leaving right then. I don't remember exactly what happened, but dude, all of my friends, we all wanted a picture with him. And I had a Bubba hat and a Bubba shirt on. And I went up to him and I was like, it was my friend's birthday. We all want a picture, but I said, I'm getting a fucking picture. I don't care any of you motherfuckers. And I got a picture with Ric Flair. And then his handlers are like, all right, we got to get out of here. And then they made us get away. So I was the only person that got a picture with Rick.
I am
with Rick.
So sorry. This must hit you profoundly.
More than you'll ever know.
Oh.
people always wanted to paint us as enemies, but we were actually very, very close friends. And we kept up with each other on a regular basis. So I just talked to Jimmy Hart yesterday, and he was fine. To have this happen is just horrible.
How did you get the news? I'm so sorry, Rick. I am so sorry.
Oh,
Dude, I'm confused though. Well, okay, so guys, if we get a chance, I'm gonna maybe play a clip from Bubba's show. I don't know if I should, because Bubba's gonna get they're gonna get into it tomorrow. But dude, the Jimmy Hart, I don't know who the fuck. I mean, guys, Bubba's been. It really is confusing to me how Bubba gets more credible info. He has a better source than Ric Flair, someone that's still in touch with Hulk Hogan, someone that was still, friends with him, has less credible information. I don't know what the fuck was going on here. This is weird.
I've gotten it from everybody. My phone won't stop. We had magic. I mean, it wasn't like me and Steamboat, but we just had a chemistry that was, I felt like equal to me and Steamboat, but in a different way. And he was so over. I mean, when I went there in the 90s, I had never seen anything like it in my life. The music started, and he came down the hallway. And, I mean, I would get him down for 2 minutes, and we'd have it's just an unbelievable relationship. I mean, and I'll give you an idea of how much fun we had working together. If we were doing a dark match after TV,
a dark match,
we would go and he'd say room service and throw me in, give me the boot, drop the big leg on me. We got back to the hotel for room service. I mean, that's how much fun we had working together.
Poor guy, man. That even chokes me up to see Rick all broken up like that, man. That sucks. Rick, Seth used OJ container. Rick knows he's not too far away. It's a sad, sad day. We're all getting older, and it's all going to happen to every one of us. Count your blessings. You're still here, and live life with happiness. Yeah, I agree. I was saying the same thing when Ozzy died. Guys, don't start feeling too bad for people that pass. We're not far behind them, guys. We all got to get there. We all have to kick the bucket. Eventually, we all get pinned for the 3 count. Let me pull up the next deal. So maybe we should take a little stroll down memory lane. Let me see. 27 minutes in. Here, let me pull up. This is Holyoke Joe. See if this yeah, it should work here. Hold on. So 27 minutes in. Am I going to get hit with I think I might get hit with a copyright, but that's fine. As long as it doesn't completely hit my page. As long as this video doesn't give a leg drop to my fucking stream, then we're good. I don't mind having to get a monetization deal.
Yeah, we did do that.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Guys, I have Spectrum. Let me say, my connection is fucking terrible. Do not get Spectrum. Damn it, I accidentally clicked the ad. And YouTube's getting bold, making me sit through 2 15-second commercials. That's fucked up. Guys, I can remember, I tweeted or I put something on Facebook about it. I can remember the day that Facebook started to give you more than one ad. Do any of y'all remember this? This was just a few short years ago. YouTube, you'd get one ad before the video, and that's it. And then it would start. I remember the day I got 2 ads, and I was like shocked. Now, every fucking video on a monetized page is just like an ad every fucking 2 to 5 minutes. It's completely uncalled for. What'd Joe say? 27 minutes in? All right, this is our buddy Holyoke Joe is about to get in the ring here. You guys might know Holyoke Joe. He does his own, he does a live stream. Our buddy Holyoke Joe is bedbound at the moment. He's got a few different medical problems and stuff, and he's bedbound and fucking, I think he's in Massachusetts still, right? But yeah, he's got a fucking Bubba the Love Sponge. I forget. What's the story, Joe? Joe's in the chat. Here he is. What's the story? It was, I don't want to completely fuck it up, but you got dared. Basically, you, Holyoke Joe, some of you all might remember him, but he's done wrestling stuff. I know I've seen him do referee spots for matches. And he also wrestled like as a referee, wrestled some of the wrestlers and stuff. We watched a couple of his matches here on my stream. But yeah, and he fucking got in good with Hulk Hogan. He was fucking hanging with him and Bubba for different shit. And Bubba the Love Sponge he like dared Holyoke Joe to get the tattoo of Hogan on his back. And I think it was Holyoke Joe's girlfriend's drawing of Hulk Hogan that he got tattooed on his back. And then somehow Holyoke Joe ended up in the fucking ring with the legend himself, Hulk Hogan. So this is after, I'm assuming, I'm not going to watch this whole thing, but I guess Hogan and Shawn Michaels won this match. This is in 5/1 of 05. Is that you? Holyoke Joe's the referee? Yeah, here's Joe. He verified. Bubba dared me to get the tat and pay for it. Bubba paid for it, yeah. Holyoke Joe, did you referee this match? I just skipped through the whole thing. Hold on a second.
I was hopeful that this treatment would help me, but I didn't.
Oh, guys, I don't know why I'm getting these ads. Do you guys know what this is? Joyous? I was curious. These motherfuckers are trying to get me to microdose on ketamine. This is what this ad is for. This is ketamine that you microdose. Listen to this shit.
Think that I was capable of being as happy as I am now. I mean, it's not just feeling good during the treatment, which you do feel, good for that small portion of time. I'm happy the rest of the day. I'm happy all day, no matter what happens. That's incredible to me.
You're happy no matter what happens. That doesn't sound good. You're not supposed to just always be happy. This is the shit Elon Musk is walking around all fucked up on, looking like his spinal cord is like, twisted into a spiral or something, and he can't fight his arms. Like he'll just be like
bigger, stronger.
Where are we at? Let's see when Holyoke Joe gets in here.
So it's book.
Oh my God, another ad. This is my favorite thing about YouTube now is you click on the video, you get 2 ads. When you click on the video, then you say, hey, I actually want to watch this spot in the video. You click to that spot, you get 2 more ads. Luckily, you've got all of these ads for different businesses that you might be interested in spending your money at. And then you say, hey, actually, that was the wrong part of the video. I want to skip to this other part. And then you get 2 more ads. So before you watch the part of the video that you want to watch, you've seen 17,000 ads.
Book your next hotel.
I'm not going to travel anytime soon.
If you don't book, it's a shame.
The Rizzler, I wish someone would kill that. Why did we lose Hulk Hogan? Why couldn't we have lost this little tubby piece of shit?
So it's real.
Guys, we live in a world now where we have no Ozzy, no Hulk Hogan, but we've got this fucking fat Rizzler kid.
Resort.
Sweet.
Fat.
Vacation home for your next great stay.
Here's Holyoke Joe. Here we go, guys. Holyoke Joe's in the ring. And he's up.
You're not going to see this at the NBA.
I'm Holyoke Joe. You were in the ring with the man himself. That's fucking awesome. My condolences go out to Holyoke Joe, for real, though. Oh, shit. Hold on a second. Let me see. Where did I save this other... God, I saved a few things to play on here. Oh, it's on Twitter. Oh, I know what video disappeared. I saved the video of Booker T calling Hulk Hogan the N-word. I think that got deleted. Oh, fuck. Here, let me drop this for a second. I got a couple more things saved on YouTube I wanted to get to. Hold on.
It's Sister Sherry.
Oh, yeah, I found it. Hold on.
Because what you dealing with here is the brotherhood. It's nonstop from this point on in WCW. We take what we want, and after we take Lex Luger and the Giant, we want the gold, sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
I should point out for the record, Stevie Ray, look at this.
It's Sister Sherry. See, because what you dealing with here is the brotherhood. It's nonstop from this point on in WCW. We take what we want, and after we take Lex Luger and the Giant, we want the gold, sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
I should point out for the record, Stevie Ray, look at this.
It's Sister.
Oh, that's my favorite clip ever. Oh, yeah, Eat More and Truth is Unbreakable is in here. What's up? What's up? You're welcome, Holyoke Joe. Joe, that was fucking awesome. Let me tell you, Joe, it's funny because I remember seeing that clip when I was like a kid. I don't even know if what year was. Oh, it was 2005. So yeah, I was a kid. I was watching back then. I think I remember seeing that on TV, Joe. Young Lil Dark Match was watching when Holyoke Joe was on TV fucking 20 years ago. Here's this is an infamous incident. You guys remember the Richard Belzner deal?
For those of you that don't know what I'm
Hulk Hogan choked this guy out and then got sued out his ass. Hogan and Mr. T were promoting WrestleMania, right? And they went on this guy's show, and this guy was pretty much like, oh, it's fake, right? It's fake. And Hogan's like, let me show you how fake it is. Let me get my fucking python around your neck.
For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, we had a very ugly incident here last week on the show. Hulk Hogan and Ms. T were here, and Hulk Hogan did a demonstration, and he hurt me real bad. I split my head open, and I was knocked unconscious, and so on. So just to show that I'm not a part of their promotional tool, and this was real, I want you to take a look at this clip, and keep in mind this was real. Take a look at it, and remember, I had no idea what was about to happen. And I'll be right back.
Now, the first thing you need to know about amateur wrestling.
Yes.
Bro, look at this shit. Look at this shit. I would never let... Dude, are you kidding me? Look at this big motherfucker.
Or professional wrestling or submission hold. You just tell me, brother, when you want him to quit squealing, okay?
All right.
It's called a front chin lock. How about it, T?
Keep him like that for a little while. Because he's all right. He's just sleeping. He's sleeping. Really.
He's sleeping. I mean, we also gave him a concussion too, and so he shouldn't be sleeping. That's actually really dangerous for him to be sleeping right now, but he's sleeping. Yeah, Hulk Hogan, unfortunately, very good form choking the guy out. Would have been a good idea to not drop him like a sack of potatoes. And that's where you fucked up. That's where he split his fucking head open. But everything else, good form.
I was a sleeper hole. He'll be all right. He's waking up now. That was a serious move. A lot of people.
See, it works. All right, brother.
And now, we'll be right back after this word from you-know-who. We'll be right back.
Bro, look at the back of his jacket. This is what, for those of you, I know I'm going to probably get some enemies here. So, and if you're new to the stream, look, guys, I'm one of the few people who think that the Donald Trump assassination was probably fake. Donald Trump is a wrestler, okay? He literally wrestled. He shaved Vince McMahon's head. All right? Now, this is what real blood looks like when you're bleeding from your head. This right here. This fucking mess. This is what real blood looks like, not what you saw in fucking wherever it was, Pennsylvania.
We'll be right back.
Okay, I had no idea when I got up and said we'll be right back. I had no idea where I was. I was in shock, and I know I'm doing this a little bit, maybe going too far. But can we get a close up of these stitches? Because I saw Bill Cosby today, and he thought it was a hoax. And if he thought, can we read that? Can you see that? Can you see those stitches?
No.
I'm sorry to do that to you. I'm sorry, but I just wanted to show you. And this is not the first incident between a professional wrestler and a television interviewer. Watch what happened to ABC's 2020 reporter John Stossel.
Maybe fake violence.
What'd they do to John Stossel? Hold on, there's another clip of this guy explaining this. I don't know.
I had this talk show.
This is the same guy from Law and Order, right? Got his dome split, brother. He sure fucking did. Hogan dropped him like dead weight. Hogan dropped him like the way you would drop somebody if you wanted to split their skull.
So WrestleMania is happening, and Hulk Hogan and Mr. T are in town. This woman comes in and represents Mr. T, and she says to me, he's in a bad mood. What do you mean? The guy makes $2 million a year. He's in a bad fucking mood. Now, he's got the mohawk and the jewelry, and he comes into the makeup room. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm saying to myself, what genetic experiment is going awry here? Hulk Hogan comes in. Now, he's 6'6", 270 pounds. I'm 6'1", 138 pounds. He's like he just got fucked in the ass by a rhinoceros. He walks like this, like so many steroids. He's so insecure about being masculine. I said to Mr. T, relax, because he was just being gruff and one-word answer. And he goes, I'm a character. You chose to be an asshole. That's your character. And Hulk Hogan comes out with fresh rhino burns on his ass. What do you do, my man, Mr. T? We train all week. So I said, let's go over here. Do a wrestling move. He puts me in a sleeper hold. And I fell to the ground like a rag doll, split the back of my head open. I woke up and I see this Hulk Hogan with an orange mustache. Oh, this is the devil. I'm fucking dead. Long story short, I sued him. We used the money. My wife paid all our bills, and we got a house in France. I had this talk show. WrestleMania is happening.
That's nice. They got a house in France. I wish Hulk Hogan could have choked me out before he died. Get a house in France. That sounds pretty nice. If Hulk Hogan died and I could sue him and get millions of dollars, I'd buy Epstein Island. Which, by the way, guys, Rainey, the Oklahoma realtor, is in the chat. She is selling Epstein's properties. So if you're interested, please DM her. Which one? Okay, hold on a second here.
Hi.
Let me get you guys off this tab. You don't know it, but you're still on this tab. Now you're not. Oh, yeah, that's how that works. So, look, here I'll at least show. I might play this clip from Bubba's actual live stream. Let me go to, Adam Wiley, bro. Thank you for reposting on the Twitter. I just saw that. Thank you, sir. Yeah, guys, please subscribe to the channel, repost all that shit. I'm on here fighting algorithms every goddamn night. Wrestling's fake. That's fake fighting. The way I fight these algorithms, there's nothing fake about it. Fighting for my life here. I reposted Bubba. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Let me get you guys back to this tab. So this is on my Twitter. I reposted this. This is the Bubba Army, Bubba the Love Sponge's Twitter page from his Twitter. And if you want to check out Bubba's channel, which Bubba's show is really, it's still amazing. It's fucking hilarious. I still listen every day. And you should too. Especially tomorrow, guys. Check out Bubba's stream tomorrow, because I'm sure it's going to be an emotional roller coaster. I'm sure. And Gene Lasker is on the show tomorrow too, and he was friends with Hogan as well. They all used to fucking hang out. Here's a clip from. This is a what's it called? A reel. Few clips from Bubba's show talking about. Oh, let's see. He has the timeline here. Okay, let's take a look at this. So here, this is from, and guys, this is crazy because this was posted. When was this? I think this was posted yesterday before Hogan died, or maybe the day before. Either way, Bubba's been talking about this a lot. But this reel here that they edited is very recent. Oh, welcome to the chat. All gizzed up or jizzed up. Either way, I like it. Welcome, welcome. Yo, guys, what's up? I'll be lurking. Well, feel free to lurk in here. Lurk, twerk, do all that. Grando Reaper. Grando Reaper's here too. What's up, bro? How's it going? Yeah, all gizzed up. If you're not familiar, it's this is the Bubba the Love Sponge show. This is a quick clip from his show. Now, I know I'm not the most unbiased source here. I've done like parody songs and stuff for Bubba's show, and I kind of like I'm on and off with doing a podcast for them. I've been super busy, so I haven't sent one in recently. But yeah, I do a little content here and there for him if you're not familiar. But yeah, Bubba's been talking about Hogan being not in good form. And he's been trying to warn everyone about it and tell the truth. And people have been shitting on him unjustifiably. And unfortunately, Bubba was right. So here they got a little timeline here. This is Bubba's tweet. We've never claimed to be perfect on our reporting of Hulk Hogan, but we've been honest and consistent. Meanwhile, oh, here we go. This is other people. June 18th, Bischoff. He's going home tonight. Guys, listen to all these. Listen to this. And there's so many other people that could have been quoted here as having their head up their ass. Bischoff, he's going home tonight. That was June 18th. Over a month ago. Yeah, it's the 24th. Over a month ago. He's going home tonight. July 5th, Sky Daily, the fucking crazy Scientologist bitch that Hogan married. Not as bad as reports say, but confirms more surgery. Okay. July 22nd, Jimmy Hart tweets about karaoke and says, Hulk is doing phenomenal. And remember, Bubba, let's see if he plays Bubba, something with the way Jimmy Hart, if this is what I'm remembering properly, Jimmy Hart's tweet was worded in a way that almost sort of suggested or insinuated that Hogan was maybe there at karaoke night. Maybe he was singing Ozzy, Crazy Train. He was singing Crazy Train. Maybe that night, the way this tweet reads, it's a little bit, it leaves it up for people that are hopeful and want to interpret it as proof of Hogan being alive. It definitely was worded in a way that left it up for that interpretation. Here we go. I'll play the clip and shut up. Oh, wait, here we go. But Hogan wasn't there. Yeah, so Hogan definitely wasn't at karaoke. And Jimmy wrote that tweet to make fans think he was. Here we go. If we're lying, why hasn't our story changed? And theirs keeps shifting. Very good question.
Jimmy Hart sees are real. And I don't know if he's trying to get heat off of himself, Lummy, or what, but he says, I'm going to read it a couple times because it's very creatively written because it leads you to believe that Hogan was there. Whereas if you read it, you can see that he wasn't. So Jimmy writes at 4:59 yesterday afternoon, Hulk is doing great. Doing phenomenal. 2 exclamation points. New sentence. Last night at karaoke with...
Bro, that is so fucked up. That is so fucked up. People were really lying out their ass pretending Hogan was okay. The whole time Bubba's getting shat on because he's the only one telling the truth. It's so fucked up. And poor Bubba, you got to know he didn't want to be right. You have to know that. You have to know Bubba was just in a hard place to be regretfully reporting the truth like this and having people dog him for it.
Nick was absolutely fantastic, baby. So I read it as, and I'm
fucking bullshit.
Again, I graduated with a C- from Warsaw, Indiana high school. That's all. I'm not a smart man. But what I'm saying is like,
that's my GPA, Bubba. I'm about a C.
Like, if you just casually read that, does it not, I mean, Seth, does it not make, like, as you casually read it, does it kind of allude to the fact that Hulk was there?
I mean, it leads me to believe that Hulk was belting out some Ozzy tunes last night. That's for damn sure.
He was doing his rendition of War Pigs last night.
Yeah, and then they had then the Uber ambulance came and put him in the back and they took him home.
Yeah.
No more War Pigs have the power, brother. Hand of God has struck the hour, brother.
So anyway, I mean,
in the fields the body's burning, brother. As the war machine keeps turning, brother.
Hulk doing phenomenal. Oh, last night at karaoke with Nick was absolutely fantastic. Jimmy, you're not being honest here, my friend. You're not being honest at all.
That's fucked, man. What a shitty situation. Poor Bubba. That fucking sucks, man. That's rough. Let me I think this is the right. Let me get you guys to this. Hold on a second.
4 minutes. In those 4 minutes, he was able.
I've been getting these ads now. I'm glad one of these popped up while you guys are watching. I've been getting these ads for gun control stuff. It's a little bit scary because, Donald Trump passed the bump stock ban. You never know. There could be another tragedy that gives the government a good excuse to pass some fucking ridiculous new gun law. But these people talk about, and Natural Aspired. What's up, bro? Natural Aspired's up in here. Terry single-handedly helped Trump win the race, which saved the world. He was killed. Is that what you really think? It's possible. Sky wanted him dead. Oh, is that you? I think I did scroll past it. She's gonna give his money to Scientology. Dude, I was thinking about that too, man. I was thinking about that too. Like, I wonder if I mean, who the fuck knows? But yeah, it's weird. It's weird. All you have to say is Scientology, and I'll go, yep. The writing, John B says the writing was on the wall with Hogan. Bro, but that's if you're actually paying attention and have decent sources, like people besides just fucking TMZ and whoever these fucking, who did he cite here? Jimmy Hart? As long as your source isn't Jimmy Hart, then yeah, the writing was on the wall. Big E's here. What's up, Big E? Thanks for joining us. What's up, Famalam? He should have never been moved from the hospitals. Dude, I said this at I played the clip of Hogan being transported out of his house. I mean, dude, that's another double-edged sword there where you go, okay, maybe Hogan was kind of like at death's door regardless, and it's probably nicer to pass at home with your family and friends around you, and people don't have to go through security at a hospital to come up and see you. That's probably better. But then on the other hand, you think, dude, what if he wasn't at home? If he was actually at a hospital? I mean, there's a big difference between going into cardiac arrest, which is what they said happened. There's a big difference between getting into cardiac arrest at a hospital and where the nurses are like 30 seconds away tops, or going into cardiac arrest at home where you have to wait for an ambulance. You know, if he wasn't home, if they never took him out of Tampa General, maybe he would still be here. Sorry. Well, let's see what she says.
Able to shoot 154 rounds. 5 of those bullets hit my 6-year-old son, Dylan.
So she's going to stop assault weapon sale. So the other guy who has a Sandy Hook victim, he lost a child allegedly during the Sandy Hook attacks. This guy says it's assault rifles. Push for Congress to ban assault rifles, and which assault rifles are already banned. So, you know, they're up to something nefarious here.
And in an instant, my boy was gone. Right now, Congress is considering legislation to make purchasing assault weapons illegal. This is important and will save a lot of lives. It could have saved the life of my son. So please, sign the petition and demand Congress take action against assault weapons. Help us save lives today. Thank you.
Well, I heard some stuff too.
Yeah, and you.
Okay, Hulk Hogan news. Is this how it's 50? Where are we at? 56.
So, and your name's Fred from Naples. That's all we know. Thanks, Fred. So this guy's obviously has some insight. That sets me up for. I think I have some Hogan news.
Well, he's got some Hogan news. What's going on, Richie April? Have you ever seen Calta's tweets he was posting about Hogan while Calta was sending out the tape? So I think I have. I just showed at the beginning of the stream, I showed you guys, Bubba had Mike Calta tagged in a tweet because he was responding. Someone asked if didn't Bubba leak the sex tape? And Bubba responded, tagging Mike Calta, saying, no, Mike Calta is the guy that leaked the sex tape. Mike Calta allegedly shopped the tape around and no one would buy it because it's like not legal to, you know, that's not like it's, I forget the laws with it. It's a private recording from private property that Hulk Hogan didn't, allow to be released or whatever. So it was something complicated like that. So no one wanted to buy the tape. So they ended up leaking it for free, apparently, as the story goes. Yeah, so but when I click anyway, Bubba tagged Mike Calta in this tweet showing who leaked the sex tape with Hulk Hogan and Bubba's wife, and I clicked on Calta's Twitter page, and I am banned by Mike Calta, so I'm not able to see his tweets from Twitter. But I think someone had talked about this, or either Bubba or somebody I've seen explain is it not something like, I just know at the time Mike Calta was trying to like buddy up with Hulk Hogan, and they were even I remember Bubba played part of Mike Calta interviewing Hogan where he had that little, not a Freudian slip, but Hogan said something about, oh, I don't have any heat with you, Mike Calta, because you've never done anything to cross the line. And then Mike Calta was like, oh, well, yeah. So I've never done, well, yeah, maybe I've crossed the line. No, I've never done any. And, the whole Iggy was that he's telling Hogan, oh, yeah, we're cool. I haven't crossed the line. But he was literally like, had just shopped his sex tape around or something. I don't know. F. Calta, Kathy's, welcome. Yeah, Calta, honestly, it's fucked up how Mike Calta just wants to emulate Bubba the Love Sponge, and he's like a shitty. Who was saying this? He's like a fucking combination. Who was that? It was that guy that Seth and Bubba were talking about on the podcast. I don't remember this guy's fucking name. It's shitty quality recordings that they were playing of his podcast. He needs a new mic, whoever the fuck that guy is. I don't know. But he was saying Mike Calta is like the worst combination of like someone trying to be Bubba while also trying to be Tony Soprano. It's like the most cringe fucking cheese dick, obnoxious content. Mike Calta is pretty much fucking insufferable. All right, let's go back to this. Sorry.
I heard some stuff too.
Yeah, and you got your Hogan news.
Yes.
Through, and listen, we'll just should we say where you got it just to validate where you got it? Well, but it's also going to dry, like once we say where you got it, it's going to dry it up.
Yeah, I'm not going to name the guys.
No. I'm not going to. Yeah. But we know there's one person in Hogan's circle.
Oh yeah.
So you got your information through somebody that's very close into Hogan's circle, and I don't know if we disclose that person or not. But I think if we do, it'll just validate, how ironclad your information is.
Yeah.
But it's going to make that guy be more careful on blabbing his mouth.
Yeah, but there's still probably some other people out there blabbing.
So go ahead and tell me what you heard, and I'll tell you what I heard. I'll tell you where I got my information from.
Okay.
I got my information from a guy that works security at the hospital.
Oh, nice.
That's a good one.
I got mine through
the Dr. Dan's signature whistle. Did you guys hear Babyface today trying to rip off Dr. Dan's signature whistle? Not cool.
Not just
leave it to a liberal to steal someone's deal.
A friend of his through him who is knowledgeable about what just happened with Hogan at that hospital. So I'll tell mine after you tell yours.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Jimmy Hart.
Jimmy Hart.
Out to the South.
Was at a wrestling
show. He was out of wrestling. They were doing wrestling stuff over the weekend.
Right. And was he like there doing signing pictures and, or was he actually working a gimmick?
He was working a gimmick.
So he's an independent deal. So one of these independent wrestling firms hired Jimmy Hart to come in and manage a guy, which required him to get his megaphone up and, cut a
He's kind of doing a lot more back end kind of stuff.
Okay.
Helping some other guys out.
Right. Maybe.
Yeah. So Lummy did some wrestling. Lummy was involved. The guy Bubba's talking to right now, for those of you that aren't familiar, Lummy's done some wrestling. I was at Lummy's wrestling match. I wore this shirt. I wore the referee shirt, and people at the match thought I was a real referee just because of the fucking shirt. It was so funny. But But yeah, so as you'll notice here, I just realized it too. I haven't, I wasn't really paying that much attention before, but this is interesting to see because Lummy's source, he is basically citing Jimmy Hart, but this is the thing. Lummy got this Jimmy Hart information sort of, you could say, through private channels. You could say like this is like a inner circle type of thing of guys in wrestling that are chatting and giving each other shoot style, telling everybody what's going on. And then there's Jimmy Hart apparently working an angle, publicly releasing different information, because what he's telling you, Lummy got information and he'll disclose what he's, he'll lay it out here, but Lummy got his information from inner circles that lead back to Jimmy Hart, and it's different information than what he's saying publicly. So interesting.
Maybe booking.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
So you heard through your source that Jimmy Hart said what?
Hogan's not doing well. He can't speak. His trach or whatever was damaged, and he's having problems, and it does not look good.
That's
trachea, I believe. Trachea, Lummy. A trach is the term trach is short for when someone has had a tracheotomy done, right? And they have the voice box thing or something. They got the hole in their neck. I think you refer to that as a trach, but a trachea is what they damaged, I believe. Maybe I'm more retarded than Lummy. Who knows who's right?
So
he does not look good at all.
The Bubba the Love Sponge show is reporting that.
You said he doesn't look good, or Rick doesn't look good?
Jimmy Hart looks great, but no, Hogan doesn't look good.
I think you also said the overall situation doesn't look
correct.
Good. Right.
Yes.
So the Bubba the Love Sponge show is disseminating that information, but it didn't come from me. It came from another one of my guys who probably knows a guy, because Lummy dabbles in the local wrestling federation. So, Lummy got it that way. Here's what I got from...
Bro, Lummy was there. I watched Lummy and another guy wrestle Gangrel. Never in my life. You could have asked me, you could have had me bet $100,000. Hey, Steve, are you going to see Lummy wrestle Gangrel, who, for those of you that may not know, Gangrel, I used to be a big fan of Gangrel. I was a goth kid, so of course I like the vampire character, spitting blood on people. It's fucking awesome. I'd have never guessed that I'd see Gangrel. He basically looked like a fucking shriveled up raisin version of Gangrel, like a 10,000-year-old vampire or something. It looked like Ric Flair dressed as Gangrel. That's pretty much what it looked like. And Lummy and his guy, Lummy was like the corner guy for this other wrestler, and Lummy and this guy took a chair to Gangrel's leg and fucked him up. It was crazy.
My security guard, that he was transported to his house, but he still... they went and got a hospital. He's in a hospital bed, and it's just like he's at the hospital. They've gone as far as they can go at the hospital. Now they're keeping him comfortable at his house in a hospital bed.
Is that hospice?
I don't know. That's not the words that were used.
Not home hospice. No, I don't think it's that.
No, but it's Dan, I think there probably comes a point if you got if you're hooked up to two machines. And you're just laying there at Morton Plant, your family could probably argue, and you could have your own doctor show up at your house because you have so much money.
Right.
You could be like, listen, there's nothing here at the
Big E, the fucking Brood. Yes, bro. Edge and Christian and Gangrel, right? That was the Brood. It was the three of those guys. And then after that, they did the Brood deal for a while. And then for some reason, Edge and Christian completely drifted away from being associated with the vampire gimmick. But I thought that was cool. The Brood, fuck yeah. That's a throwback, Big E.
He's not in such dire needs that he needs to be in close proximity to an emergency facility. Like, he's stable enough to be at home, But
listen, guys. Oh, this is so fucked up. Listen to how spot on Bubba was. Listen, that's crazy. He was so right this whole time.
Rather than just be sitting here getting bed sores and muscle atrophy at Morton Plant, I can at least be home, get doctors and nurses to swing by my place to continue to check up on me. But I've been told that that's where he's at now. And the security guard said the measures that they went to make sure nobody saw him transported in an ambulance.
Bro, and what did I say? The video of Hogan getting transported out of his house, Hogan's body, they were fucking crowded around that shit. I bet they still had the cops and the medics or whatever were probably still on notice that this is like a high profile deal that you gotta kind of, keep it on the DL if possible. I don't know. Maybe I could be just completely overthinking it, and it was just a bunch of cops showed up because they wanted to see Hulk Hogan.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Sounds terrifying.
His home was like Michael Jackson type stuff.
Next time they're going to take the measures of not telling the security guard.
Yeah, well, they actually. I've been told.
Holyoke Joe sent me a picture, bro. Holyoke Joe has a fucking picture with Gangrel. You know what? Bubba always said Undertaker ran the locker room. I'm starting to think it was Holyoke Joe, because he has fucking pictures with all of them. Holyoke Joe is in that locker room. Holyoke Joe, did you ever get to see... Why won't this expand? Damn it. Even if I tried to pull this up, no one could see it. It's staying tiny. Oh, well. Just to show you guys. Joe has a fucking picture with Gangrel. You can't really see it that well. There he is with the man himself. Gangrel's making a scary face. Oh, Richard Longwood's in here. Hootie out, brother. Yeah, he is. A Bubba like a giant crystal ball on meat sticks with T-Rex arms. Yeah. Dude, he was so right. Isn't that fucked up? Who was sending me the tweets? Let me look on my Twitter. I'll get you guys back here. You can watch this while I find these tweets. Someone sent me apparently something with the Calta tweets and Hogan. Hold on a second.
My source says allegedly it was all done through like the back Sally port, like Dan, the back
loading docks.
Yes, like the loading docks with a couple different
unmarked ambulance.
Unmarked ambulances, followed by an escort, like just, then followed by, backed up to the house with the garage door open, so that nobody could see this transportation that happened in the middle of the night.
I'm kind of curious because I think Eric Bischoff is going to be on Fox and Friends this morning, so I'm curious.
I wonder if Fox and Friends got the balls to say, "Hey, man,
what's going on with Hogan?"
Yeah, and Lummy, I seem to be it doesn't matter who it is. I seem to be the bad. I'm the heel that has brought all this on. A lot of news sources actually attribute me. All of this was ginned up by Bubba the Love Sponge, who on June 1st questioned, or said that family members had been contacted to come in and say their goodbyes. And that's true. But I mean,
Bubba, if he passes, though, you'll get your props.
I'm not looking for that. I don't want that.
That's when no one will give it to you right now because no one knows what's going on.
But I feel so not vindicated, but I feel awesome that Lummy was able to get some intel.
Yes.
From Jimmy Hart, who is absolutely part of his inner circle. And the report's coming back that he can't talk.
Yes.
He can't talk. Cannot talk. So, Dan, when you can't talk, what does that mean?
It's either two things. Either you physically can't talk because your vocal cords are fried, or you.
This is a doctor, by the way. This is the Dr. Dan Diaco of Tampa, Florida, plastic surgeon extraordinaire, attorney as well, and stud. Mainly stud, but he's also a doctor and an attorney. And he can surf, and he can make a pizza from scratch. He knows how to twirl the dough. What else can Dr. Dan do? He plays guitar.
Have a trach in, you can't talk with a trach if you're, intubated. The other reason you can't talk is a stroke that affects the left side of your brain. So there's two reasons. I don't know what happened to him.
But I know, but if you look at,
or he's pickled,
or if you look at the speculation that we have mostly been spewing, and that is from good sources I got, this all started out with a procedure, a cervical fusion, and in doing that, you have to move the esophagus over to get to the area you're working on,
right?
And that's where the complications started. And
there's nerves. The recurrent laryngeal nerve that affects your vocal cords, and if you collapse your vocal cords, you have problems breathing and talking. But there's something else happened, dude. He had an event,
right? And then the event started out. Okay, so the timeline was I
don't think these people that are the people talking shit about Bubba, saying he's not a good source. All the people dogging Bubba that I've seen in the comment sections everywhere, I don't think they realize Bubba has a real doctor for a co-host. That's one thing, too. I don't think people realize this. It's no longer a fake old redneck guy. He has a real doctor on the show now. How about that?
From what I've heard is that Hogan had complications with this neck and back surgery, which required him to go back into surgery, which, at his age... I mean, Dan, even when you make when a 22-year-old chick comes and wants a breast augmentation and she's as healthy and young as a 22-year-old woman would be, in shape, all of her, and Dan, I think before people get surgery with you, you make them do their labs. They go get labs to make sure that their levels are okay. And then you don't ever take any, you've actually canceled, you've canceled procedures based on not liking a number that came back on their lab.
Correct.
And so everybody, it's a risk to go under. Even healthy bodied 22-year-old, there's always a risk. There's a risk. I mean, that's why they make you. I mean, Dan, I'm sure that you and TOS and the place that you do your surgeries, there's a form that you fill out that states one of the byproducts or potential complications from going under anesthesia is potential death. I think the paperwork says that.
Yes. Anytime you get any procedure, there's potential.
Right. So
plus he's like, what?
Bro, that's why I don't fuck around with surgery, man. Surgery's so sketchy, guys. You don't know. I mean, some of you do, but yeah. There's been a few times that surgery might have been on the table for me, and at least up to this point, I'm glad I didn't have it done. You just gotta. Surgery should be the last resort. It really should, because that is super fucking risky. Learn from Hulk Hogan. One-ish in here. Why are y'all fighting with Holyoke Joe? Holyoke is mourning right now. Berto Perez, Dr. Dan is awesome. Why Natural Aspired? What happened? Why do you have heat with Dr. Dan? He says Dan's an a-hole. Dan is an a-hole until you need him. That's what the catchphrase is. He's a real doctor, like he's a real lawyer. He is really both. What are you getting at? Natural Aspired, you actually have heat with Dan, or are you working right now? Dan was a dick to your face multiple times. Was this at BARP or something? It's because they don't like me. Big E says it's because Dr. Dan wouldn't give you a penis enlargement. Bro, you know what? If Dan offered that procedure and we could do it like with local anesthetic without me, freaking out and having a heart attack that my dick is getting cut open or something, I would do it. I don't want to go under for anything. I'm worried about that. I don't really need a penis enlargement. I'm doing okay, but Dan's work I know is good work. He would make a beautiful penis for me. I'm sure of that. And maybe he could tighten up my summer balls. You guys remember they were talking about summer balls. I've got that bad. Guys, I can't imagine what my testicles are going to look like when I'm like, if I make it to 80 years old and don't get them tightened up or something. I've lived in Florida my whole life, and I wore pretty much from the moment my balls dropped, I've been wearing boxers up until like I graduated high school. Then I started wearing boxer briefs and other stuff. I don't know why. Why was our generation tricked into wearing boxers? My nuts are going to be down to my knees. I think that's cool, but other people, I don't know how they feel. I think people are split on summer balls. Florida balls.
72.
73.
And
my balls have, the skin is very loose down there, and they just go wherever they want to go.
And has been really kind to his body with all kinds of anabolic steroids, Nubain, pain medicine. I mean, the guy's lived the life of a rock star.
And so the timeline is Hogan goes in for said procedure, has complications with that. They send him home. He has complications with that cervical neck fusion, whatever the deal. They go back, put him under again. In doing that, they have to move. The procedure requires him to move the esophagus. And in doing that, they must have nicked it. They must have nicked the vocal cord. There was something that went wrong with that second procedure that set off a chain of medical events, all of which, but not limited to, I've heard being on a trach. I've heard being on an ECMO.
If I don't know why I keep having to talk about this, but you guys got my head, you got me thinking. You got the wheels turning up here. If I could get a penis enlargement procedure done by Dr. Dan, you know how when you go in to get like veneers or something, they show you different shades and you get to pick what teeth you want or whatever. Well, if I was able to pick what kind of penis I want, I'd say, Dr. Dan, do whatever you have to do to make my penis look exactly like yours. I want a twin penis with Dr. Dan. When I go to take a pee, I want to look down and say, that's Dr. Dan's beautiful penis.
I've heard just all types of different things because
I want an Italian hog down there. Unless I get that, life is not fair. I'm starting to think about like threatening to off myself like the trans people do. I need gender affirming penis enlargement surgery. I want an Italian penis, damn it.
Of the complications they had from that revision of his initial surgery. And, he may have gone an extended amount of time. He was not, I guess it affected his lungs or something like that. And he was not able to, one of the things that might validate Dan's, he might be pickled opinion, strictly opinion, is that there might have been a time that he was not expelling his carbon dioxide efficiently. And it took a day or two for them to figure that out because he was hallucinating when they would try to bring him.
Cromwell 56.4. What did I walk into? Oh gosh. Well, we're supposed to be talking about Hogan, but then Dr. Dan started talking, and he's a plastic surgeon. And then someone mentioned getting a penis enlargement procedure done by him. And then my mind started to wander. I blacked out. I'm not sure what happened. We're trying to reel it back in though to talking about Hogan here. Sorry, I apologize. Please like and subscribe.
Back from being under, he would hallucinate, speak, like not know where he, like, completely didn't know anything. And they felt as if that might have been a complication from him not being able to expel carbon dioxide. And so they don't know how long that went, but Dan says you do that for a day or so, you probably pickled your brain. Oof.
So they're saying Hogan basically drowned in fucking carbon dioxide, and it was possibly that the hospital or whoever didn't pick up on it in time, and it fucked them up. Now I wonder if, as we're listening to this, we don't know with some of these details. They're theorizing a little bit here, okay, but overall, it's a fact that Bubba was closer to being right about all this than anyone else was, because guys, everybody else was pretending there was nothing wrong. Even if Bubba isn't exactly right on the facts here, and maybe even the chronological order of what some of the complications and all that, he's closer to the truth than what anybody else. And no one besides people that are familiar with Bubba and know that this was probably a shoot the whole time. Everybody else was believing that Hogan's gonna come just tomorrow, someday. We'll wake up and we'll see a new Hulk Hogan video, him promoting his beer on Instagram again. Everything will be okay. He'll be at WrestleMania and all the dude. And that was like, you couldn't be farther from the truth there. But it would be interesting. I wonder if what information we're going to get, what's going to be released about Hulk Hogan, because the cardiac arrest, of course, this would be good. I'm sure Monday Dr. Dan will be in on the show and offer his expertise as a doctor when it comes to some of this and give a little context to everything. Unfortunately, tomorrow Gene Lasker's on the show. We're not going to get a lot of good medical advice from him. He could tell you where to hide a body, but that's about as much as you can get out of him as of useful advice. But so we don't know here. They're talking about the failure to expel the carbon dioxide, and that probably pickled him. I don't know why that sounds funny. I'm not laughing, like trying to be cruel. That just sounds funny. Anyway, and I don't know. They're saying it was a cardiac arrest at this point. Now, are those two things related? The fact that Hogan's brain might have gotten a little bit fucked up because he couldn't expel the carbon dioxide, and because of his brain being fucked up, and he went home, and whatever medical complications led him to go into cardiac arrest. Is that all linked, or is this calling the fact that the media, the MSM, who has been wrong the whole time, just for the record, Bubba's been closest to the truth the whole time. The MSM has been completely wrong. And they are now saying, Hogan had cardiac arrest. And, that's probably enough for most people to just accept and be, okay, he had cardiac arrest and he's gone now. It fucking sucks, man, whatever. But is that a cover up in some way? I mean, I don't know if these two medical issues can be directly linked. But yeah, I mean, it sounds like, to me, not knowing shit, that Bubba and Dan are sort of describing possibly a different problem that might have actually been the real cause of Hogan dying. But again, they could be related. I don't know.
Could be the reason why he can't talk, or when they move his esophagus back from the cervical neck and back procedure, like Dan said, they nicked a vocal cord, they nicked a nerve,
through a clot. There's a couple things could happen. Could have had a stroke. Could have had a hypotensive stroke. He could have had, again, like you said, because of hypoxia or hypercapnia, meaning he's not.
Who is Richie April? Eric Bischoff was lying about Hogan to sell more beers and yeah, man, of course. And this is sort of what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I'm sure there's somebody thinking, why the fuck would they be lying now, lying and saying it was cardiac arrest when really Hogan has been at death's door for probably weeks or something and just steadily declining. Why would they lie and just say it was cardiac arrest? But I feel like that might be, who knows if there's some legal ramifications or there's some issue. I don't know. I just know there's a lot of investors and people with money involved. Shit, we got a Holyoke Joe calling. Hold on a second, guys. Holyoke Joe, I'll get your call. I hope I don't miss you. Hold on. All right, we got Holyoke Joe on the line. Let me get you guys on the tab with him so that you can hear him. He's telling me he's naked. Let me see. Oh, you got my hopes up for nothing. Hold on. Let me get everybody on this tab with you so they can see you.
Stream, right? But
naked. I did, guys. Holyoke Joe was taking a sponge bath, and I saw he's got righteous chest hair.
What about my nipples?
Yeah, dude, the video that we watched of you in the ring with Hogan earlier in the stream, your chest hair was not quite what it is today. I'm actually, it looks good. My
I was
chest
straight
hair.
back then. Now I'm a modern day bear, so I got more hair.
Did you say you used to shave it back then?
No, I was straight back then.
Oh, now you're a bear. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Modern day.
Yeah, modern day. Okay.
So I wanted to give you a little insight because I've already gone through all this medical situation. So the same thing with the CO2. Oh, I'm getting a visit from my nurse. I just need some ice. Sorry to.
Yeah, no problem.
This ice is very important.
Mark Moy in the chat. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Steve, you're great. Dark Match Steve. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. So here's the deal with this CO2 situation.
Okay, just for the record,
done.
everybody, this is Holyoke Joe, the Supermark. We've played some of his videos
right
on the stream where he's done refereeing for like real wrestling matches and done real wrestling. And then we played his clip earlier in the stream where he was in the ring with Hulk Hogan and they showed off he's got a huge back tattoo of Hogan on his fucking back. So
and people ask me all the time if I still have it. Is that not the stupidest fucking question you could ever ask somebody? I tell them no, it fell off. I don't even know what happened. I think it's stuck to the bed. Like shit's fucking crazy.
No,
I got to get into this. This is what's important because I wasn't going to bother you over the whole. Everyone's got their own theory. Everybody knows everything about Hogan, whatever, right? No, they don't. Nobody knows as much as me. Sorry about your luck. Regardless, nobody also knows about me is the CO2/oxygen situation because after I had already had my infection, after I had already got COVID, after I had already come home from all that shit, they put me on an oxygen concentrator. I'm drunk. Sorry. I had 4 Real American beers tonight and I never drink. But my friend came to visit. He brought 2 pizzas and a 6-pack of Real American beers.
Dude, I got out of work early enough today. I was going to get some American beers and a boa and a fucking, what's it called? Bandana. And I'd be all fucking Hogan'd out. I did not have the time to do that today.
You should have that stuff on hand already. You should have that stuff right there. But
that's what I was saying to somebody else. I was like, I should have. Bubba's been telling us the whole time, and I knew Bubba was right. I should have been prepared and had already a fucking at least 6-pack of that fucking Real American beer.
Of course, Bubba was right. How much more evidence do you need than the fact that the family and nobody else ever told him to shut up?
Why? I don't know, Joe.
Why?
I always, just my experience with the world, I just know that there's just so many times I think I'm sure about something, and it's just you never have all of the data on a situation. There's always room for having your mind blown by facts.
So here's the situation as far as the oxygen machine goes. So I'm on this thing. This is what's feeding me the oxygen, okay?
Yeah.
Well, the guy from the company, we weren't having very many problems with the one I had, but he's like, He came to stop in anyways, and he said, "Hey, you paying attention?"
Yeah, I'm
But he's
getting another
busy.
toothpick. Okay, Jesus.
I don't think you need it right now. Your
I
teeth
do.
are pretty thick.
You're giving me anxiety.
Fucking settle down, relax. I'm chill. You chill. All right. So I had this thing in my nose, but he switched the machine, and the machine wasn't working. So we're supposed to have our oxygen level around 100, 96 to 100 is safe.
Yeah.
I got down below 50. My mother found me unconscious. I was watching the season finale of Queen of the South, and I was so excited. And she popped in to check on me. I was out, so she had to call the ambulance. They had to take me. They had to intubate me. That was because my oxygen level got so low that I wasn't getting oxygen in my brain. So it's a miracle that I can still talk and think the way that I can. I'm blessed because of that. So I made sure that was fixed from
We're
now on.
blessed too, Joe, to hear you speak.
I agree. Thank you. Now, on the flip side, here's this mask that I got to wear at night. I got to put this thing on, like Top Gun.
Is that a rebreather or what is that called?
That's a CPAP mask. That's what Seth
CPAP
needs.
mask. Okay.
CPAP. CPAP.
Yeah,
Anyway.
my mom does all this stuff too. She has a CPAP and she has this other thing, a rebreather that has like a bag attached to it. I wasn't sure if that was what you had there, but yeah.
So I did 2 sleep studies, and they find out that I stop breathing 100 times an hour. So they tell me that I need this. But in my brain, I don't know any better. So I have this. My oxygen levels are 95, 96. I sleep like a baby every night. So what the hell do I have to worry about, right? But when they told me, but I didn't listen, when you have just oxygen pouring into you, your CO2 goes up. That's what this is for. You put this on at night, minimum 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
And it sucks the CO2 out while it gives you the oxygen. So it's breathing for you. But the most important part is it's sucking the CO2 out. Well, if you don't suck the CO2 out, I've been on 3 different times. My CO2 went through the roof. It was better than any drug I could ever imagine. I really thought I was outside in the street, pulling on the back door of a car trying to get in, and I was just laying in my bed. My PCA almost quit. She's like, he's fucking insane. I can't work for y'all no more. Like, he lost his mind. And
I'm
it was all because
surprised they don't say that on a normal day with you, Joe.
I'm sure they do, just outside my door.
Yeah.
I have a lot of good people in my ballpark right now. Like, for example, the guy that runs this place, even though I'm in Boston, 2 hours away is Holyoke, obviously where I'm from. Guess where he's from? Holyoke.
Oh yeah.
We played on the same fucking street, West Glen Street, 15 years apart. He knows all the same families. We know this lady, Barbara Dunham. We would hit our balls into her yard, and she would steal them and bring them to her house, baseballs, footballs, whatever it was. But he had his ball stolen from Barbara Dunham. So that's just ironic. And then you want to top off all that irony? I just celebrated my birthday, Thursday, July 10th. That's his birthday too. So this man is, based on all that, he is looking out for me. He's taking care of me. He's doing best by me in every department. So
Well, that's
that
good,
props
Joe.
to him. Yeah.
I hope you
But
guys still get to play with each other's balls.
Honestly, he hasn't made a move on me yet, but he's got a little shaky. It seems like he's got a Kids Parkinson's gimmick or something. So that could work out really well. Have you ever got a hand job from a guy with Parkinson's?
No, but I've shoved a vibrator up my ass, so that's probably really similar.
Well, I've jacked off to Michael J. Fox, so we're pretty much both in the same field there, baby
We're like
boy.
Eskimo brothers or something, yeah.
So this time what I got to do is, last time you got mad because I talked too much and I didn't answer any of your questions. Field your questions at me. You got me as long as you want me, and then I'm gone.
So what was I talking about earlier? You what was the situation? Didn't you say, so I know you got the tattoo and stuff, but what was the situation that you ended up, weren't you like hanging with Bubba and Hogan, right? Weren't you telling me that?
Well, this is what happened. So Bubba initially, when I first started with Bubba, I was pranking him. I was just calling him every day, telling him how much I loved Hulk Hogan. Like, oh, Bubba, I just want to let you know I love Hulk Hogan. And that would be it. And he'd be like, wait a minute, sir. You just interrupted a nationally syndicated radio program to tell me that you love Hulk Hogan. So I just kept on. And then finally he laid down the hammer and he said, hey, sir, so if you love Hulk Hogan so much, I dare you to get a tattoo of him on your back. I'll pay for it. And once it's complete, I'll fly you down to Tampa. You can hang out with Hogan on his boat, go out to eat, go to the gym, Well, then I finished the tattoo in August of 2003. By February 23rd of 2004, he was fired. So I never got to go down to Tampa. And then 5105 happened. And that's when what you showed when I was in the ring with Hogan and Shawn Michaels, which this is the true irony of it all. Piece it all together. The fact that you made a Shawn Michaels song, Sexy Boy, right? Shawn Michaels is actually my favorite wrestler. Hulk Hogan isn't my favorite wrestler. I like the man Hulk Hogan that was on the Bubba show. But when it comes to wrestling, Shawn Michaels is my favorite wrestler. But the character Hulk Hogan that called in every day on Bubba's show, dude, how can you get better than that?
Dude, that was a racket. I fucking love that, man. It was
Shitting
so
on the
funny.
toilet and on the phone while like ripping the Hogan fart, like all that shit is classic. I played some shit on my stream today where I actually got to talk to Hogan and Bischoff in Hogan's studio or in Bubba's studio when Hogan was in there doing the state of the TNA. So that was cool. I put that up. I put up all this shit on Facebook. I know you don't use Facebook that much. I ain't touched Insta today. Insta's too dirty. There's so much hate, so much Hogan hate over there. I can't even deal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's lots. People are saying horrible things like he's a racist. He's buried black wrestlers for 25 years. And just enough. Just enough. Just shut the fuck up. Anyways, what was your question? I started answering that I sidetracked myself.
Well, that's yeah.
Oh, the tattoo. Okay, so here's the deal. So 5105, after I got out of the ring and I went back to my seat with no shirts because they ripped my shirts apart.
I
all
saw
of a sudden,
that you had 2 shirts on, right? They ripped.
That's what I told him. Did you see the Ned shirt on the bottom?
Yeah.
That was the Ned shirt. And then the story about the yellow shirt, it would take too long to tell. But you got 2 seconds? No, it's too long. What do you think? You think I should tell you the story about the yellow shirt or not?
Whatever, dude. Yeah, I'm not trying to get off super early. Go for it. We're chilling.
All right, so I had gone to Madison Square Garden, and they were selling a new yellow Hulkamania shirt with the print in red. And I didn't want to buy it on the way in because that would mean I'd have to hold on to it.
Yeah.
So I was waiting for my way out, and by the time I went out, they were sold out at every single merchandise stand. I ran back in. I'm like, oh, I forgot my phone. I can't find it. I got to run back in. Okay. And I ran around the concourses of every floor, and every single merchandise stand was sold out. So the next show I went to was that show in Manchester, New Hampshire. As soon as I got to the building, I bought a shirt right away, and I put it on. So I had my Ned shirt on. I put that yellow Hulkamania shirt on over the top. Sitting there in the crowd, Hogan calls me in the ring. They go to, he's like, Phil fucking up here, and Shawn Michaels back there. I'm like, you can read my lips and say, yo, I got 2 shirts on. I don't know about y'all, and they ain't pre-cut neither. They ripped them shirts to shit, yo. That shit was out of control. So I go back to my seat. There was a lady that would give me shit because I get loud, I get rowdy, and yeah, I probably swear a little bit. That's what humans do. So she says, I'm going to get you kicked out of here. Before I went in the ring, when I came back from the ring, I said, hey, you're still going to get me kicked out? She got so fucking mad. And before I even knew what happened next, my friend Mike Milk Nogan, he says, hey, is that Bubba the Love Sponge at the end of the aisle? I'm like, what? Yo, it was Bubba. He had flown up, even though he was fired and he had nothing to do. He flew up to New Hampshire with Hogan. And Bubba came out to the crowd and found me. And then he gave me his cell phone number so I could contact him after the show. And then we went over to the hotel. I carried Hogan's bags into the hotel.
Oh,
and then we hung out.
okay. Yeah, I remember eventually you did end up hanging out with, I forgot how the story went with all this. So Hogan, when you were in the crowd and he called you up, did they know you were going to be there, or did he just see
No
you?
idea. No idea. No clue. That was 100% shoot.
Damn.
And the craziest thing about that all, if you watch the lead up, like right before I come over the railing, Hogan's taken off. He's done. He's already posed to every side with Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
They posed to all 4 sides, and then he's about to walk. He's stepping out through the ropes, and the referee Hebner grabs him and says, wait, come back in. Double hand raised in the middle. And while he's getting his hand raised, Hogan looks over his shoulder like that, and he spots me. They already should have been gone, but they took that extra minute. And if they didn't, I would have never had that spot. But he spotted me, and then he just pointed, and then he gave me like this, come hither. And I just hop right over. It didn't take 1 second. I already knew what was good because I'm telling you this. I'm special. Whether you believe it or not, you can think I'm a crazy man. You can think I'm a piece of shit, but I'm fucking special because on the ride up,
all those things too. They're not
on the ride up to New Hampshire. I knew that something was going to happen. I couldn't tell what. I have no idea. I knew something was going to happen. And then we did that again in Philadelphia. We did that in Montreal, which was the best. The Canadian wrestling fans are the best wrestling because they don't get it as often as we do. We get it all the time. We're saturated with it. The Canadians got to beg for it. So we went up to the Center Bell, and it was in August of 2005, August 18th, I believe. And was the light on? I didn't put it on. Must have turned itself on. Just leave it. Let them deal with it in the morning. Thanks, Romeo. Do you see how they just barged into my room like that?
Yeah, good thing
You hear
you
him?
were jerking it to
Video. That's the thing. They don't fucking catch me when I'm jerking it. I don't know why the fuck they don't bust in the door when I'm jacking. I got my blankets off, my dong out, and I'm ripping. You know what I mean? And nobody ever comes in the door. And then I got to clean up after, and nobody still cleans up or comes in. I'm like, what the fuck, yo? When's somebody gonna catch me jacking? So now I just pretend that I'm jacking, so that even when they come in, they just automatically think they just caught me jacking.
Hell yeah!
I want to make them as uncomfortable as possible.
Make them think that because they walked in, it made you come. I like that.
Well, you know, the big rib is my friend Milk Nogan visited me tonight because we had to celebrate the passing of our hero. That's the one thing we've had in common our entire lives was Hulk Hogan. And I asked him 2 weeks ago. I said, hey, because he visited me 2 weeks ago. I said, hey, when Hogan dies, you gonna cry? And he said, I don't know. And then I texted him today, is Hogan dead? And he goes, it looks like that. And you asked me that question 2 weeks ago, and the answer was yes. I cried. I'm like, all right. Well, I have not shed one tear today. There was one point around 3 o'clock where I almost did, because I was just sitting here. It was quiet. I was alone, and I was looking through some just the history. And if you do look at my Facebook page, you'll see I got some phenomenal pictures of me and Hogan up there from all generations. I got just so much Hogan history that I posted on my Facebook page today because it's easy. You can't really post video or links to video on Insta.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why Insta is like that. It's weird because, and I'll let you keep on with what you're saying, but yeah, the apps, it's really funny how, like, you know, a lot of the apps have really copied each other. And I thought by now Instagram would be a lot more streamlined with allowing links and stuff like that. Because, you know, you remember Instagram used to only be pictures. And then,
but I've seen you be able to put a link on a story on Insta. I don't know how to do that.
But yeah, it's not the same as being able to do a link on your post, you know. But yeah, the stories, they copied that shit from fucking Snapchat. All the apps just copy each other, but for some reason, Instagram,
just like Threads, you know, Threads, Instagram's Threads.
Yeah, Threads.
That's a copy of Twitter.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Instagram's version of Twitter. So basically, I don't want to end on a sour note, not the situation, but just the way that things played out. So after I got that time with Hogan and Bubba, and then I got to see Hogan again in August up in Montreal, there really wasn't much after that for a while. Because what's ironic, it's not ironic, it was by choice. When I had Mike here 2 weeks ago, I said, how many times do you think we've seen Hulk Hogan live? And that motherfucker sat down and recanted every single time, from the first time until the last time, with dates. There was a few dates where I was like, well, what was first? And we had to look at that up on the internet, but everything else is off the top of his mind. So we were already ready for this, or at least I was, between what Bubba was saying and just the lack of you know what? I wasn't never even sad today. At 12 o'clock when I found out, I was fucking furious. I was angry. I was angry at the family and the friends who kept us all in the dark. Yeah. All they had to do was pipe up once and say, hey, it's just keep him in your prayers. They don't even need to tell us anything that's going on. Just keep Hulk Hogan in your prayers. But instead, they stayed dark and they pretended like everything was perfect every single day. And then when they started reposting on his socials again, fuck that, yo. Fuck that. They don't even like.
That's
even
the money
today after he died.
Joe, that's all that money probably on the line. That's what all that was. But I hear you. Yeah.
What was more frustrating than anything was like Eric Bischoff, Jimmy Hart, Hogan's wife, Brutus Beefcake's wife. They all lied. So instead of just staying in the dark and keeping us in the dark, they lied to us in our face, keeping us making us think that everything's all right. Even Jimmy Hart, as early as yesterday, you read his tweet, like fuck you. So I hate Jimmy Hart. I always have. I never knew Sky, so I can't say if I liked her or not. But how she would get baptized in water at the church with Hogan and then be a Scientologist. That's kind of like double dipping. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
But I was the first one that I heard myself say that she's in on the deal and follow the money. She's going to cash in. And what's better, having him on Earth? They were fighting right before this situation. There was a couple months that went by, they weren't even talking. So who's to say that she didn't get together with Nick and say, hey, let's me and you work together. We'll get all daddy's money and then we'll fuck.
We'll get one of our crazy Scientology surgeons to slit his throat while he's under anesthesia.
I mean, even poison. Like I was more let's say low key about it on my stream tonight, but FaZe Cops was mentioning something and I said, dude, the poison was in the sky. The poison was in the sky.
Uh-huh.
Like chemtrails.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Sky.
Yeah, I know. His wife. Dude, what was I gonna say? You were talking about no, that's really you were talking about knowing something was gonna happen. Remember, like you're like, oh, I had a feeling or whatever. Dude, you know, I had a similar thing, and I know it's like, you know, it's not as crazy as your Hogan story and stuff, but it was a really special moment for me when I've already talked about it on the stream, but when I went to Wyoming and I fucking that whole trip to Wyoming I just took was like a spiritual journey or something. It was
eye-opening.
Dude, it was mind-blowing. Yeah, it was crazy. And one of the first places we went to was Devil's Tower, because we knew that was like half the reason I went out there, because I've seen so many videos of this thing and I was like, I have to see it myself. I want to see it up close. So we fucking we go to Devil's Tower and I have, you know, we walk around the whole thing and we're taking our time and smoking a tobacco pipe and just taking it all in. And I was like, man, I feel like something's gonna happen. And
then you got laid, outdoor sex?
Well, no, not like that. But that would have been cool too. But no, I've done plenty of that in my day, Joe. Well, I don't want to get arrested in Wyoming.
Not in Wyoming, you haven't.
Yeah, I know that's true. But anyway, no, dude, we're walking around this thing and they have different like informational placard things like that are around it, talking, and it lists different facts and stuff about the Devil's Tower. And one of the things we walked up to was talking about pieces of the tower falling off. And so I kept looking at it and taking video of it, and I kept thinking something's going to happen. I was like, and I read that placard. I was like, man, am I going to catch a video of like a piece of this rock falling? That would be so fucking epic. Like, I just had a feeling I'd get something really special, even though just being there was so special. I was like, man, I have a funny feeling like I'm going to see something special.
Did it happen?
Well, yeah, like that picture. We when we finished walking around Devil's Tower, we were going to go to the gift shop, but it was closed. It was after 6. So we walked to this other area that you can view the tower, but there was only like one other car there. There was nobody there. Everybody had pretty much left because it was like closing pretty much. But anyway, so we go over there and we're smoking a bowl, or we were smoking a pre-roll, that THCA weed that's out in Wyoming.
That's fun.
Dude, that was really good stuff. We got fucked up. But anyway.
Yeah, this is pre-ground, burns easy.
Dude, we were getting baked just looking at the Devil's Tower, and here comes this fucking rain cloud. So we almost left because it just looked ominous, but it barely drizzled on us at all. And as soon as the rain cloud passed over, it was that big fucking rainbow that went right to the top of Devil's Tower. It was just like the most amazing, beautiful like moment. And I went, you know, we had a shitty flight getting out there and everything. And we were just like, we were still tired from our terrible layovers and everything. And like, and I saw the fucking rainbow at Devil's Tower and I was like, oh my God, it is like a sign from God or something. You know, all of the little factors that went into us being there at the right moment. It was just like so special to be there. But you know,
so now that you've had that experience, now you can look for it more in the future.
Yeah.
when you get that feeling, because I know you may not believe in God wholeheartedly right now, but he's going to continue to show himself to you until you do. So whether it's little things, big things, I like to teach people, like the people here, I like to teach them through little miracles. I just show them little things that God does, and it boggles their minds so they can grow to expand to handle the bigger things, right? Like even my CNA dropped my bowl of rice she microwaved for me, but it fell flat on the floor and none of it fell on. A grain of rice fell on the floor. And I said, look, that's God. You know, she said, you're right, because normally that will fall all over the floor, but it didn't fall. Look, it's perfect for you. I'm like, yeah. So that's teach the little things. But I want to, you got anything left to say on what you were saying? Because I want to close out this little Hogan Bubba deal because it doesn't end well.
Let's close it out. And your best friend, the fat pig, is trying to call in too. So I'm going to take his call after, once you're done.
So, yeah, that's what I'm going to turn your stream off because I can't stand him. I really hate his fucking guts so much.
I thought you guys were close, but go ahead.
Listen, you cocksucker. You want to wish Hulk Hogan dead, you motherfucker. I'll listen to your stream, and as soon as you wish the Hulks are dead, I turn that shit straight off, and I went and got ass fucked by a dildo. Anyways, real talk. So now we're serious days. Bubba's back on serious, right?
Yeah.
I'm calling every day anyways, like I always do. And he says, you know what? You're right. I owe you that trip to Florida still. I still have to fly you down here. Still got to get you to hang out with Hogan and all that stuff. And then we just kept putting that on the long finger, and then it never really happened. But then through Kirby, my Kirby salesmanship that I talk about all the time, I don't know how familiar you are with that.
Yeah.
The vacuum.
Yeah.
So I had my own business for 7 years. So, and I got to become the best in the world. I got in a worldwide magazine and everything. 35 sales in a month. The best dealers get 15. So August of 2015, I just absolutely fucking crushed it. So January of 2016, I got to fly down. They flew me down to Florida to go to Universal. They put us up in this nice hotel. And they had a couple other things planned for us down there. But I saw that as my time to go to the BRN. So I rented a Fiat from Hertz. As soon as I pulled into town, I couldn't believe it, man. I flew into Orlando and I walked out and I just saw palm trees and I just felt that air. And I'm like, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is fucking beautiful. This is what life is. So then I got my little Fiat and I went over to the liquor store and got a 12-pack of beer and a fifth of Jack. Got so hammered. I was so hammered that we had a party that night, filet mignon, asparagus, beautiful mashed potatoes. I guess I was eating my steak, spinning it back out, and then eating it back up again. I was so hammered. They had to put me in a wheelchair, and they rolled me back to my room, and I fell face down in my bed. I still got up at 4:30 in the morning. I still flew at 80 miles an hour when all the slow-ass drivers in Florida drive in the left lane. So I had to drive in the right lane in the rain, which was dope. Flying down the lane, I got there in time. I think it was Pantera that welcomed me in. I signed that form. I don't remember the letters, ND22 or the SMID 69 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So I signed that shit. He gave me a bunch of Bubba Army shit. One of the coolest things, he gave me a Bubba the Love Sponge one hitter, like the white tube, metallic tube.
What?
We had nothing. Yeah, we had nothing to smoke out of down there. So it was a little white one hitter and it said Bubba the Love Sponge right on the side. It was bad as shit.
Did they
I got a bunch
sell
of
those, or was that just a one-off deal?
I had never heard of it. I just knew that he gave it to me, and we needed something to smoke out of anyways while we were down there. So it was just money. It was just absolutely perfect. Sad news on that.
Bubba needs to bring those back.
I was in the hospital for 6 months. And when I came home from the hospital, my mother hired some Puerto Ricans to clean out the place. And they literally cleaned out the place. They stole everything. So they lost my Bubba Army one hitter, and they lost my dog's paw print from when he passed. They took a paw print and put it in clay, and they wrote his name on the back, and that was right on his box of ashes all the time. They lost that too. It was right on the kitchen table.
Those fucking Latino bitches are probably using that as an ashtray.
These were gay guys. This was two husbands.
Oh fuck!
Two husbands, and one of them had two kids, and they employed both their kids.
As a man that plays a straight character on stream 5 nights a week, let me say, gay, and I can say this because I'm a gay character. Gay men have a real tendency towards stealing sometimes. I don't know what the deal is with that, but I've known, I'm not kidding or trying to just be shocking or dude, I've known quite a few gay guys that are kleptos. I don't know what the deal is with that.
They do it just to do it. It's not because they want it. They just do it because they can.
One of them stole my heart, Holyoke Joe.
Here's the end of this Florida story now. This is the kicker. So now I go into engineering, and I'm sitting in engineering with Jabberjaw, and there's another guy there. I can't remember who it is. I didn't pay him any attention. This was January of 2016, if that jogs your memory of who might have been in engineering with us. It could have been
2016?
Yeah. I don't know why. I spent the entire 4 hours talking to Jabberjaw. I wasn't even listening to Bubba. The glass was right there. I could see inside the studio, but I wasn't even listening to him. I just, me and her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth the whole fucking time. Mike's Pizza brought some pizza and wings. So they said I could have a couple pieces of pizza and a couple wings. Dude, I went in there and that pizza was so good and those wings were so good. I pretended to have a couple, but then I wolfed a couple while I was right there. I took like 4 wings, went back to engineering. Bubba never called me in the studio. So once 10 o'clock hit and he's out of there, I'm not going to go bother him. I'm going to wait, right? I waited too long because when I came out in the hallway, I'm like, so where's Bubba? Like, he left. The one time I went to the BRN and I did never see the man.
Damn.
But then Manson in 25, we took some pictures. Jabberjaw 25 photobombed us. I got all those pictures. If you ever want to see them, I'll show you one day when you're in my stream.
Yeah, it reminds me of when us parody guys, the 3 parody guys, went to do the Parody Guy podcast at the studio, and we showed up. We showed up in the slingshot, and Bubba, like
3 men in 1 slingshot. You can do that?
No, so we actually met in the parking lot. And then me and Carlos rode in the slingshot over there, and John from Naples, this parking lot across the street, that patch that used to be there to park where the Uber guys, I guess, would go. Anyway, we parked over there and rode over.
Can I ask you a question real quick? Just one question, and I want you to finish the story. Have you ever seen either one of those dongs, Carlos or Real John from Naples?
Yes. Actually, it's funny you say that. I've seen both of theirs.
I knew it. Have you ever kissed them though?
No. Wait, kiss their dongs?
No, kiss their mouth, but meat
Oh
gaze.
no. Well, no, neither.
Oh.
No,
You
so
saw
what
a
happened
dong
was
with meat gaze?
Carlos Mandingo was showering, and I guess John from Naples recorded a video, and the shower door is like a clear one, and Carlos Mandingo like walked in front of the shower door and almost like, put his full body in front of it so you could see. And I guess he didn't realize John from Naples was recording. So I saw that video, but I think it got deleted. And then when Carlos and John and I went out on the boat, our little Parody Guys summer boat deal we did, it was a lot of fun. What's his name? John from Naples was changing after out of his swimsuit after we got back from the boat, and I saw that dong for sure.
Nice. How's it looking? Nice.
Yeah.
Tan.
It looks like a white guy's dick.
Ooh, I like those. Hey, I want to pay homage to you for a second before I go. Is that okay?
Sure.
I want to test myself. I want to test my Dark Match Steve song acumen, and I want to see if I could just quickly sing the Dark Match Steve Sexy Boy parody. If I can get the words. I just want to focus on the words. I don't care about anything else. The words, okay?
Go for it.
He is a Jew. He's very funny. He wants more money and more mic time. He's got anxiety. He's got depression. He takes pills so he doesn't lose his mind.
He's just a fuck boy. Fuck boy.
He's not your boy toy. He is our sexy
Holyoke
boy.
Joe, I know it's hard to tell, and you wouldn't know unless you read the lyrics. For some reason, you can't hear it in the song, and I tried so many different ways to enunciate it, but the word is actually, the lyrics for the chorus is, he's just a fuck boy, but then then it's, he's not your goy toy.
Oh wow, I never heard that.
Goy toy, as in Bubba is a goyim. He's a non-Jew, and he's like, you know.
Yeah, I never knew that word until I talked to Anna Hummel. Then she introduced me to goy, and now I love the word. So had I heard that, if I had picked up on that, I would have definitely loved it even more.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we had that time for you to straighten that out. Now,
great lyrics.
What is the first word of the next set of lyrics?
Fuck.
It's the one where he's building tunnels.
He's
making profits. He's picking pockets.
Yeah, he's
picking pockets. He's making profits when his daughter's around. He stole dumbbells.
He's
building muscle.
He's digging tunnels deep
under the ground.
Yeah, that was when they found the Jewish tunnels in New York. Yeah, that's why I put that.
And that was before I knew anything. Like, it took that. Some of your jokes are so good that it takes me way too long to catch on. I've always sang the lyric about the tunnels, but I never knew what it was about.
Yeah.
I thought it was because like they had to dig. I thought they dug tunnels in like Germany to escape Auschwitz. And that's why I thought you meant he's digging tunnels under the ground.
Close enough, Joe. That'll work, you know. I wasn't trying to be that anti-Semitic. I try to stay in line. But anyway. All right, Joe.
I know you're going to get to the fat pig, so let's hear his nonsense. And thanks for having me here tonight for this special evening.
Yeah,
and God bless Hulk Hogan.
Having you call in, bro, for real. I know you have special memories with Hulk Hogan, so I thought it'd be really cool to hear from you.
Yeah, I could go on all night. I'll do that tomorrow on my stream.
Yeah. All right, Joe. Well, I will see you in the Bubba Army chat in the morning, lover.
I won't be there. I can't. I'm banned.
Well, I'll be in the chat, and I know you'll be there in spirit. I know you'll be watching anyway.
You're right about that. I'm keeping track.
All right, Joe. I'll see you.
I love your ass, baby. Peace.
I love you too, Joe. All right, fuck. I've had multiple people calling in. Who do we got? Tampa Terry? The Fat Pig. Give me 1 minute. Terry's on the line now. Tampa Terry, I think, is on the line. Let me get you guys on the tab with Terry here so you can hear him. Hello, Terry. Are you there?
Hey, can you hear me? Sound check 1, sound check 2.
Loud and clear. With that Canadian phone line, sir. Welcome.
Hey, just wanted to say rest in peace, Hulk Hogan, one of the biggest American entertainers and wrestlers, aka carnival workers ever. And, the wrestling media is like a vortex because wrestling fans look at these guys like Eric Bischoff and Jimmy Hart and think, oh man, these guys are legends. They wouldn't lie. But bro, everybody in the wrestling business is a carnival worker. Everybody's lying. Eric Bischoff lied his ass off, and it's not the first time. And he, he's got his own motivations for that. Jimmy Hart has his own motivations for that. They all do. But that's the lesson that people can take from this on a practical level. Don't believe anything that anyone in the wrestling business ever says because they're carnies. They're, I think that kind of summarizes it,
Yeah, dude, no, I completely agree. I think some wrestlers, sometimes they themselves, they buy their own shtick so much, they'll just fucking lie to people because they think that they're working a fucking wrestling angle and they've got the audience sold on it or something, brother.
Absolutely. That's the nature of people in the wrestling business, bro. But Hulk Hogan was a hell of a character for a long time. He did a good job with his character, bro. He worked over a lot of marks, bro. Did pretty well for himself, and
yeah, he did.
It's a shame that his so-called friends, Eric Bischoff and those guys, turned his health situation into a wrestling storyline and lied to their fans, lied to the audience, and it's just the nature of the wrestling business, though, bro. But Bubba was right. He reported the truth. And bro, I obviously as a human being, bro,
Yeah,
I feel for Hogan's kids, obviously, bro. More so Brooke than Nick, obviously, because Nick's a murderer, basically.
Yeah.
But I feel for Brooke, bro, because I'm not huge. I'm not as big of a wrestling fan as I act like. I was more of a fan of Hogan's reality show on VH1, bro. Hogan Knows Best. That was a hell of a show.
Yeah.
And Brooke, she's removed herself from the public eye. She doesn't want to be a celebrity. I think she got a real job and she got married and doesn't want to be, sucked into the wrestling world. And I think this is probably a good example of why, bro. But Bubba was right. Lummy was right. And
imagine that. Lummy was right about something. Now that is mind blowing.
Yeah, even Lummox was right, bro. That's how fucked up the wrestling guys are. Bischoff, people think Bischoff is, he was the president of WCW Wrestling, Eric Bischoff. He would never lie. But these guys are all carnies, bro. They're all carnival workers, working until the last minute, bro. And it's a shame. But R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. He did not help Donald Trump win, bro. That's just something that Donald Trump's trajectory was already well on its way prior to Hulk Hogan giving his fringe speech at the RNC. If anything, Hulk Hogan took away from it. Hulk Hogan made it all about himself and used Trump to promote his beer and his, himself and get on Fox News and all that stuff. So Hogan actually worked Trump. So, bro, it's the wrestling business, the entertainment business, bro. It's an ugly business full of a lot of ugly people. We just saw one of them call in on here, and
you son of a bitch.
And bro, great show tonight. Great shows lately, bro. I just wanted to chime in with that, bro. R.I.P. and keep, I'm sure she'll be fine, but it's a tough thing for anyone to go through. So keep Brooke in your prayers, bros, and have a great night, everybody. Have a good night, Dark Match Steve, bro.
All right, Tampa Terry, it's good to hear from you. I'll see you, brother.
Later, bro.
All right, now the fat pig is pissed off at me. God damn it. DMS still going. Yeah, I know. I knew tonight was going to be a long stream. I knew there was no way I'd be off of here by 9 something, which you guys know. I like to hang late anyway. I like to hang low and I like to hang late. Fucking that summer hang. Love it. A fat pig, he says, I will never call your show again. Why, fat pig, why are you mad at me just because your arch enemy, your nemesis, Holyoke Joe, called in? I knew that was going to happen tonight, and I even said at the beginning of the stream that was probably going to. You want to call in now. A line's open. And just so everybody knows, when I'm on an Instagram call, it won't allow me to take another call. I can't switch from call to call. It has to be I hang up with one person. For some reason, it'll just hang it up if I'm on a call with somebody else. So anyway, Fat Pig, if you want to call in, please, I'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and call in. I got a few minutes if you want to call in. If not, I'm going to get off in a minute here because it's 11 something. I'm going to play a little bit more of this Bubba clip and we're going to get out of here because it's 11 o'clock. And I will probably, I'm just, I feel bad for Bubba and I am intrigued at how the show is going to go tomorrow. The Bubba the Love Sponge show on the Bubba Army channel on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter. So I'm probably going to try to get up right at 6 so I can catch the whole show start to finish and be all caught up. Let me get you guys back on this tab. We'll watch a little bit more of this clip from the Bubba show. And if the fat pig doesn't call, we'll get out of here in a few minutes.
Too much CO2 or not enough oxygen could have damaged his brain. There's not 1,000. There's 10 or 11 things that specifically could have happened to him. and it's all very sad. I mean, he was, the great American hero. He was the guy that defied time and nature.
And they won't.
He was Thunderlips. I mean, he was the stud of the studs, and to see him down is sad.
And here,
who was all gizzed up? My doctor told me at around 10 to make sure to always wear tidy whities. I don't think it helped much. Yeah, you see, the thing is, I think I don't think your underwear should be very tight. I think they're, for your testicles to be actually, healthy, and it depends where if you're living in a cold climate, then your balls are probably going to be shrunk up a lot because it's cold out, and that's what happens. But if you're living in a place like Florida in the summer, I don't think it's good. I think they should not. It's okay if they're white. They shouldn't be tighty whiteys though. Just a little support so that they don't, hang too much. I think that's good to go. But you shouldn't be. I don't know why our generation got tricked into wearing boxers. Ridiculous. Balls are going to be to my knees.
Clear up until, Memorial Day, he was big, strong Hulk Hogan promoting the Real American Beer product, promoting the new, Freestyle Wrestling Federation, promoting
at your local farm store, selling beers.
Promoting his Hogan Hangout Beach Club, his 3 different memorabilia shops, one on I Drive in Orlando, one on Mandalay, one just down, a few doors down from his beach club / restaurant hangout place, and then one in, of all places, Valley Forge, Tennessee.
Yeah, buy now because those values are going to go up when he dies.
And he's on the road, and these 3 or 4 entities, these $1 million businesses, if you will, the biggest being the beer, which was really starting to gain some traction, but was wearing him out.
He was getting fucking worn out. Franklin Hawks up in the chat. What's up, bro? Thanks for joining us. How you doing, dude? Promo people are cycling back in here. Holy fuck, lover, you're still live. Yeah, I know. I took a call from Holyoke Joe. Went a little long with Joe. Had a nice conversation with him. Walked down memory lane with him and Hulk Hogan and the Sponge. And yeah, we're finishing off with this
suffering. And I think we actually closed the show on Friday by saying Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
You are a media darling. You're not, when you're able-bodied and you're good, every day there'd be a new Instagram video. Let me be like, oh yeah, I'm doing try. Oh, let me tell you something, brother. I was Macho Man. Let me tell you something, brother. I just got doing tries. Look at them. They're still probably about 22. I'm just telling you, look how good they look. Oh, don't forget tonight. I'm sick of all the out-of-towners coming in and grabbing the karaoke belt at Hogan's Hangout. We need all you Liz locals to come down there. We got the best grouper sandwich. Nick will be on the wheels. Jimmy Hart will be down there.
Oh, yeah, man.
I'll be down there. We got belt.
Me and Nick Hogan, brother. We're going to be down at Hogan's Beach Club. Flexing buys and getting DUIs, brother.
For the champions every Monday night karaoke. Don't forget, I'll be in Crap Stain, Tennessee tomorrow at the Walmart slinging my Real American bit.
Flexing buys and getting DUIs, brother.
Is there? Every day, Hogan and his 20 million people that he has on his platform, they would be given some type.
Carlos Mandingo's in here. Hold up. Hey, smoke weed every day. What is he saying? I never showed you my dong, brother. I didn't say you showed me your dong. Remember what happened? This was, I think, for one of the barps. You were in town and you showered at John from Naples's, and he got a video of you standing in the doorway of the shower. The shower door was closed, but you could see through the glass a little bit. But then I think you deleted that from his phone or something. But then I did see, remember we saw John from Naples's dong when he was changing after we got back from the boat. Remember, he had I forget how it happened. He had a towel on and then he ripped his suit off too quick, and his dong just went like, it was just like bouncing around. I remember seeing it bounce. I was like, Jesus Christ, what did I sign up for here? Sharing your tobacco with me? Tobacco? I don't think I used pipe tobacco back then. What are you talking about? Oh, my vape, I think. You talking about the vape? Anyway, Carlos, welcome to the chat. There's a Parody Brother in the chat. Lover, welcome.
Of new content.
Please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already.
New.
That goes for everybody else that's clicked on this goddamn video.
Today, relatable, promotional content promoting one of his 3 or 4 things that he's got going on.
Oh, green tobacco. Tobacco in quotation marks. Yes. You're welcome.
And it's all of his accounts have been what's the last one? Was it June 9th or May 29th?
May 29th.
May 29th. And so I said, Hogan, even if you're in your hospital bed, and even Dan, do you think there's a chance? We talked about this on Friday. Do you think there's a chance that he might have one of those gimmicks he puts up to his throat like that? Do you think he might have one of those?
No, that happens when they actually pull out your vocal cords from cancer. I don't think he's got
Hey,
that.
it's Hulk Hogan, brother. I'm going to be at the Cleveland big arena watching 500 people in a 13,000 seat facility.
I think he's following balloons with his eyes, and that's about it.
You think he's Terry Schiavo?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
For real?
I think he's got a significant brain injury, and they're just not going to
And they're just
accept
kayfabing it.
They're kayfabing it. There's no way.
Bro, so what if, that's what I'm talking about. What if this is actually true? What if Hogan was actually, like, he's been brain dead or something for like over a week, and they've just basically been moving his body around. And then now they go, oh, whoops, he had cardiac arrest. It's completely unrelated to that innocent neck surgery he had where nothing went wrong. He just happened to have a fucking heart attack at home randomly. He's definitely hasn't been, basically a fucking corpse we've been dragging around like they did with Joe Biden for 4 years. It's definitely wasn't like that. He was completely fine, but pretty much. And then he had a heart attack when we brought him home. It's so weird.
He would do something, even if he had a trach, even if he was like completely down and out. If he had the strength to lift up his thumbs and give a thumbs up, he'd do something and say, I'm fighting like hell. Fight. He'd do like the
Oh, fuck, bro. Dude, bro, Carlos Mandingo, that's crazy, man. If that's true, Carlos is in the chat. He said, I think when Bubba said he got to say sorry to someone on Sunday, Brooke held the phone up to him. Bro, you know what? If that's the case, we'll probably hear about that tomorrow. He'll probably spell it out because I vaguely remember what you're referring to. Holyoke Joe says, Carlos, that's wrong. Yeah, rip Hogan. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan.
The
take
Trump
a little
thing.
Seth, take a little vial of blood and smear it down the side of his face like his ear got blowed off.
Oh, yeah.
And
Fight.
and have his big fist up here going, I'm fighting.
Oh yeah, Holyoke Joe. I almost we could take a look at that article because I did plan on pulling that up, but it's gotten late. It is late. Fuck. But yeah, I did see the headline of that article was talking about how Bubba didn't get to apologize to Hulk Hogan. Joe says his biggest regret. Oh man, that's shitty. Yeah, it is all gizzed up. That sucks, man.
Fighting for you.
And if he had any ability to do that, no one would have any criticism for him being, beat up and hurt.
The only thing I can say, Holyoke Joe, I think there's a chance we'll hear from Bubba tomorrow. I'm sure he'll lay it all out for us, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's a chance that both of you are right in a way. Like, if Bubba was able to have Brooke hold the phone up to Hogan so he could say, I'm sorry, then Bubba did get a chance to say I'm sorry. But, you know, if Hogan's like brain dead, if Hogan's been basically brain dead, then it's like he didn't get to say I'm sorry. You know, it's like it's both. It could be both. Maybe. I mean, whatever.
Would rally behind people. Would rally behind
exactly. If he could just even if he had 100 IVs in him and a trach and the whole 9 yards
and an ECMO machine.
Grando Reaper, you're such a dick. You're not supposed to point out the numbers like that and make it sound pathetic. Grando Reaper said, "Dang, you gained a whole 2 subscribers tonight." I think I gained more because I lost some subscribers. I think I got heat with the Aussie. I think I must have talked a little too crazy during the Aussie stream or the one yesterday or something, because I lost a couple. Yeah, that's how it is around here. You never know what I'm going to say.
The whole thing going $100,000 with machines.
I'm a loose cannon.
Behind him.
Right.
If he was able to look at the camera and give a thumbs up.
Yep.
With all that stuff connected to him, he'd be killing it. It would have 10 million views, 20 million views, 50 million views, and everyone would be like, okay, Hogan's going to fight. He'd have no shame. He can't do that.
That fat stinking Bubba
he can't
saying that he was on death's doorstep and the family had been, asked to come in and say their goodbyes. Fat son of a bitch. You know, you can't trust him for nothing.
No, he's knocking on heaven's door.
Because I just saw an Instagram that said that was shot today. That said he was fighting, was in a bed, had his big arm raised up. There's a bunch of machines behind him.
I mean, just like there's soldiers and there's so many soldiers got hurt by IED.
It's so obvious looking back, guys. We got nothing on Hogan for so long. All these fucking rumors that were going around pretty much started by Bubba. They ended up being true, but all these fucking rumors going around and we got nothing from Hogan. Nothing, really? All we get is old pictures and videos of him.
But if there was a soldier and he was all messed up, but he just had enough strength to look at the camera through the side of his eye and give a thumbs up and half a grin, it would be priceless.
Listen, when they were carting off,
talking about
when they've carted off paralyzed, like the Utley guy from Detroit. Forget what his first name was, but his last name was Utley, and he got paralyzed, and it was during a Detroit game. And as they were wheeling him off, Dan, he just was able to put his thumb up like this.
Mike Utley.
Now, did he go on to beat it, or did he remain paralyzed from the waist down?
I'm looking that up right now.
But Dan, at the time, he was paralyzed from the waist down, and he put his thumbs up, and the crowd went crazy as they were wheeling him off the field, and he never played. I don't think he ever played again because I think he was paralyzed in some capacity. But
he can use the upper part of his extremities.
What's that?
He can use the upper part of
so
his.
He's still paralyzed.
Yeah, from the waist down.
Correct.
So Hogan, no matter what state he's in, if he just had enough strength to raise his little hand, his big tan paw, and put a thumbs up, and like Dan said, even if there was $100,000 worth of machines behind him, if we just got a modern day picture of him, maybe in his hospital gown, Dan, with maybe they put the caps on top of you, just with a thumbs up, people would.
They could have even used a machine to hold up his thumb, and people would have ate that up.
Would rally behind that. Be like that
1,000%,
fat
man.
Bubba Clem. Just look I saw a picture of Hogan today with thumbs up, man. His arms look good as hell.
You know who gave us a thumbs up on one of our posts? Kevin Nash. And he probably knows what's going on.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
What one of our
posts talking about Hogan.
He knows.
Yep. He didn't.
Nash knows.
Nash
knows that I know. Nash was always, you know what, Seth? Nash was always so good to me. He was one of my favorites. He is. I got to tell you, Nash is pretty smart politically too.
He wasn't like tweaked out of his mind like Scott Hall and Hogan.
No, not at TNA. He wasn't. Not at TNA. Now he was gored out of his mind at NWO.
Okay,
he was. he was at NWO. Man, their whole locker. Like Hogan, Hall, and Nash had.
Are these guys daydreaming or something? Bro, you got 38 viewers. What are you talking about, Grando Reaper? Are you talking shit? 38 views is good for my new-ish page being fucking blacklisted because I dared to speak the truth about things that happened in the year 2020 and up until now. Who's daydreaming? You talking about Bubba? What's going on? What? Grando Reaper, what's wrong?
The same like suite, like they put couches and stuff, and that was their locker room.
Just pills and beer.
Oh, pills, beers, bitch. Like it was just crazy. I remember one time we were in Binghamton, New York, and Scott Hall had just sent a young boy to get a 24-pack of Miller Lite, and I forget, like Kevin Sullivan or somebody came in to the dressing room, and they were gonna see how what type of because those guys called their own shots, especially with Hogan. And I don't know who they were going to wrestle, what spot they were going to do. And Scott Hall, Kevin Sullivan lays it all out. Okay, you guys are going to do this. You're going to do a run-in. Hall, you do this. Nash, you do this. Hogan, you come in late with a baseball bat. Clear house. Everybody leaves, and you guys do the big NWO onto the look at the hard camera. Do the big and too sweet. Give you guys all 2 sweet gimmicks, and then get out. And Scott Hall goes, bro. That's like a real buzzkill to me right now. I got 24 beers coming. I don't know if I can do that. And it required them literally just to go down and Lummy just interfere with whatever match was going on, kick everybody's ass. Not like it wasn't a 10 or 12-minute match. Kick everybody's ass. Like roll in there with baseball bats, kick everybody's ass, run everybody out of the ring, then pander to the hard camera about how cool they were, and then jump out of the ring and go back to their locker room. And Scott Hall said that was a buzzkill and sounded like way too much work for him. So they didn't do nothing. They didn't even show that night. The phone lines are. Is that more? Is that more speculation? Probably Hogan speculation.
I know line 2 is about racing, dirt track racing.
I watched the Eldora Kings Royal.
All right, I think we're done with the Hogan segment here. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. It's 11:20, and we got to be up in the morning to watch the Bubba the Love Sponge show on the Bubba Army channel, starting at 6 a.m. Eastern. So, yeah, I'll be up in that chat tomorrow morning, all up in that chat, balls deep in that chat. And then tomorrow night, no Scott Starbird or Alex Stein. It's Friday. So I probably will. I do have plans for tomorrow night, so I probably will try to get on a little bit earlier, maybe 7. 7 would be cool. That's pretty early, but I think I can manage that. We'll see about that. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, I'll be on tomorrow at some point, somewhere between 7 and 8 o'clock. I will be hopping on. I'll probably be done by like 9 or something like that. But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging with me. I appreciate you guys up in the chat. Thanks for streaming. Natural Aspired, you're welcome, sir. Sterling Harvey, good to see you up in the chat, lover. Thanks for hanging with us. Thank you, Biggie. Thank you guys for coming to hang. I appreciate all the support, guys. If you haven't already, please just smash the like button for me on the way out. In honor of Hulk Hogan. Lovers, it's been a rough week, man. I can't believe people are just dropping like flies. I didn't even mention Chuck Mangione, guys. Chuck fucking Mangione is dead too. He was dead for like 2 days and nobody said anything. They just announced his passing, but apparently he was dead 2 days ago. Fucking goddamn Chuck Mangione. Oh, you know what I should do? I should let Chuck Mangione play us out. How about a little Feel So Good, guys? Hold on. Might have to edit this out of the stream later because of a copyright, but fuck it. Trumpet parts coming up, lovers. All gizzed up. Thank you. Thank you guys for coming to hang. All right, lovers. It's a pleasure hanging with you guys. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan and Chuck Mangione, Ozzy, all the greats. Love you guys. I'll see you in Bubba's chat in the morning and then tomorrow night.